saying, and I quote here, LG Sahib, you are stopping the work of the elected government of Delhi. Stop the red light on car off campaign and are doing politics by writing to me. Politics is not right on such a serious subject. So we are seeing what words play out right over there, and we also saw a couple of statements come out both from the Aam Aadmi Party and also from the BJP on the issue. Now the Aam Aadmi Party is saying that we need some more time to tackle the issue of stubble burning. On the other hand, the BJP coming out, holding a press conference and saying that what is polluted is Aam Aadmi Party's integrity. That is what's polluted. This is a statement from BJP, and Man has responded to the LG. Many reactions coming in at this point of time, and let's hear them out.
पराली को लेकर बार
आज पराली की नहीं, आज देखो कितना बदल है।
सर देखिए कितना बड़ा मुद्दा है जो दिल्ली तक गया है। आपके सीएम जो है वो दिल्ली पे पहुंचे हुए हैं।
ना एक मिनट स्टॉल और शायद मेरी बात सुनो जब मैं पराली पे पीसी करूंगा तो फिर आ जाना ना। देखो कितना जबरदस्त काम नहीं सर छोड़ो यार छोड़ सब नहीं जब मैं ऐसा नहीं मैं करूँ नहीं आपने एयर क्वालिटी देखी पंजाब की देखी है फिर क्या बात करते हो। हरियाणा से अच्छी है पंजाब दिल्ली से अच्छी सभी से अच्छी है एयर क्वालिटी नंबर 1 है। आप मत के बताओ कोई बात नहीं है
मामला जो है सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक जा
तहसीलदार जो अंदर दिए हुए हैं सर तहसीलदार धालीवाल सर
काम करना नहीं मैं रोज बोलता पर ऐसा नहीं बोलता
भाई अब रहने दो यार ये एग्जीबिशन का तुम यहाँ पे मुद्दा मत बनाओ यार प्लीज यार प्लीज सर
2 मिनट तो दीजिए सर पराली का इतना बड़ा
एक मिनट यार पराली कुछ नहीं की पंजाब से कोई मुद्दा नहीं आज तक
सर मैंने आपको बोल दिया मैं पीसी करूंगा आपने आ जाना उधर अब बताओ नहीं देखो कुछ नहीं बताऊंगा नहीं देखो सर इशू क्या मैं प्रोग्राम किस में है आप जबरदस्ती मेरे को बुला लेंगे तो फिर प्लीज मैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करूंगा आपने उधर आ जाना मत
तो आप ये देख रहे हैं कि एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्टर हैं कुलदीप सिंह धालीवाल जो जिनको कन्फ्रंट करने की कोशिश की जा रही है, लेकिन वो इस मुद्दे पर बोलने को तैयार नहीं है। उनका कहना है कि जब मैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करूंगा तो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बात की जाएगी।
सर लगातार पंजाब में पराली जलाई जा रही है, लगातार पंजाब में पराली जलाई जा रही है, दिल्ली में पोल्यूशन हो रहा है। सर आप जवाब तो दीजिए सर। आपकी सरकार ने कहा था कि आप काम करेंगे, सर, लेकिन कुछ हुआ नहीं है। भगवंत मान जी इस तरह से कब तक होगा सर? सो आप देख सकते हैं किस तरह से पंजाब के मुख्यमंत्री भगवंत मान जो अभी कपूरथला हाउस से निकले, हमने उनसे पूछा कि लगातार दिल्ली में प्रदूषण हो रहा है, कौन जिम्मेदार है उसका? क्योंकि इनकी सरकार ने कहा था, आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार ने कहा था कि जब उनकी सरकार बनेगी तो सरकार काम करेगी, आम आदमी पार्टी काम करेगी और दिल्ली में प्रदूषण नहीं होगा। लेकिन लगातार पराली जलाए जाने की वजह से दिल्ली का प्रदूषण लेवल जो है लगातार बढ़ता जा रहा है। लोगों को काफी दिक्कतों का सामना करना पड़ रहा है, लोग सांस तक ढंग से नहीं ले पा रहे हैं।
All right, viewers, so multiple reactions coming in. You just saw my colleague Piyush Mishra there. He confronted the Punjab CM and he was asking him questions, but the Punjab CM did not respond to Republic TV. Many reactions coming in. Let's have a listen into what Piyush Goyal also has said on this issue.
और पूरी तरीके से सहयोग देती रही है। मेरे सहयोगी भूपेंद्र यादव जी ने, पर्यावरण मंत्री ने आप सबको बड़े डिटेल में बताया किस प्रकार से केंद्र सरकार की दी हुई सहायता को भी पंजाब और दिल्ली की सरकारों ने पूरी तरीके से इस्तेमाल नहीं किया। जो मशीनें भी खरीदी वो भी कोई अच्छी नहीं चली। एक प्रकार से सिर्फ स्लोगन और प्रचार प्रसार वाली सरकार पहले दिल्ली में थी, अब पंजाब में भी आ गई है। दोनों सरकारें पूरी तरीके से फेल्ड गवर्नमेंट्स हैं। दोनों सरकार जनता को जवाब नहीं दे पा रही है और हाल में तो जो पुराने वायदे दिए गए 2018 के दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के स्टेटमेंट्स, 2019 के वायदे, लगातार एक के बाद एक उनके सब बताई हुई बातें झूठी साबित हो रही हैं केजरीवाल को जनता को जवाब देना पड़ेगा, भगवंत मान को जनता को जवाब देना पड़ेगा। ये दोनों राज्यों में जो परिस्थिति बनी हुई है वो बड़ी गंभीर है और जनता बुरी तरीके से परेशान है, चाहे वो पंजाब की जनता हो, चाहे वो दिल्ली की जनता।
So viewers, all those reactions, you're just watching them on your screens. The national capital is choking with a rise in air pollution levels. And this will only get worse as December comes and January comes. Many reactions have come in, but Republic TV's reporters are on ground to assess the situation. Let's have a listen in to this report by Piyush Ore.
First impacts of this deadly air pollution is being faced by children aged from 8 to 15 years of age. Taking consideration of the worsening air quality, Noida district in Uttar Pradesh has already ensured that from classes 3 to 10th, the classes are not going to be organized and it's going to only held through online medium. However, in Delhi and in Gurugram, as of now, this rule has not been implemented. I'm right now reporting from outside a government school which is being managed by NDMC, where since this rule is not being followed in principle as of now, you can see that students, young as well as teenagers, are coming to the school and attending in this air quality which is deadly, which is dangerous. Not only children but even the adults like us are facing the consequences of it. In this situation, it is now going to be very important to say that are schools to be held, or can there be a proper medium where the health of these children be taken care of? Reporting for Republic TV with Vijay Mahendra, this is Piyush Ore.
All right, viewers. So, my colleague Anuj has also spoken to Shehzad Poonawalla of the BJP. Now, Shehzad Poonawalla is saying that this is about people's lives and not about politics. Let's listen in to that conversation.
Pollution is not a political issue. BJP, Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, everyone breathes the same air. Pollution is a people's issue. And therefore, I request with folded hands, Mr. Kejriwal, mat karo bachon ki zindagi ke saath khilwad. बंद करो स्कूल को मिस्टर केजरीवाल. यू शुड हैव डन दिस लॉन्ग बैक. 700 पार था कल AQI. ये देखिए, मैंने लाइव रियल टाइम रिपोर्ट निकाली है. कल रात को 10 बजे इट वाज ओवर 700. दिस मॉर्निंग इन मेनी पार्ट्स ऑफ दिल्ली इंक्लूडिंग जहांगीरपुरी द AQI इज अबव 600. एंड व्हेन इट इज सच अ health emergency, it's a red level crisis. We are a gas chamber. Mr. Kejriwal, the part-time CM, is in Gujarat. He takes no action on what is happening in Punjab, the parali burning which is going out of hand. And what has he done for the pollution in Delhi? The least he can do is not risk the lives of our children. Today we are not speaking as politicians. We are speaking as members of the public. The parents have demanded this. I have seen your channels. Leading experts have demanded this. The NCPCR has demanded this. And Bagal mein Noida hai. Noida has shut its schools from 1st to 8th and gone online. What stops Mr. Kejriwal, despite the CAQM, implementing GRAP 4? That is the question.
But on the other hand, this is Aam Aadmi Party who is targeting centres, saying that the fund has been not provided to the farmers. On the other hand, sometimes it is being related to the Gujarat election whenever it is BJP who is targeting Aam Aadmi Party. How did you see that?
Mr. Kejriwal, just a year ago when he did not have a government in Punjab, said Punjab was solely responsible, the Parali in Punjab was solely responsible for the pollution in Delhi. These are his words, not ours. We don't believe the Kisans are to blame for this. But when he said that this is the main problem, today how come it becomes the centre's issue? How come it becomes XYZ issue? Today it should be that you have a government in Punjab. What have you done to control the stubble burning in Punjab?
All right, viewers, you heard those reactions coming in, and the Aam Aadmi Party minister is calling it a non-issue right now. There was a confrontation with the Aam Aadmi Party minister where he's calling it a non-issue. On the other hand, BJP is saying that this is not about politics, it's about people's life, it's about people's health as well in the national capital, especially of those, young children, school-going children, because air pollution is extremely harmful when it comes to their health. And the air quality index in Delhi has been falling very, very low. In fact, it goes to dangerous levels, which is in fact something that even global health bodies like WHO have warned that such bad AQI levels is not good for the people of that area. All right, viewers, we continue to be live and breaking on Republic TV. Much more coming up on the other side. Republic's unrelenting coverage has now led to big action on Morbi tragedy. Chief officer suspended. Complete chaos ensues in Pakistan after assassination attempt. Imran Khan calls for mega showdown. Stay tuned.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
And high-octane drama that was seen as Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's rally happened in Himachal's Solan, where protesters gathered at a roadshow of the AAP convener, leading the police to lathi charge and disperse them. Some protesters were further taken into preventive custody. A case has also been registered at a school in Guna in Madhya Pradesh over school authorities allegedly punishing a student for shouting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The complaint has also been raised by student's father, who was made to sit on the ground for 2 subject periods for raising the slogan. A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army in Poonch of J&K after soldiers posted in the region observed movement from across the line of control. One terrorist was shot at with weapons and ammunition was recovered from the site of the incident after the operations. Chairman of the UP Madrasa Education Board, while speaking on the Madrasa report to be submitted on 15th of November, stated that all the fieldwork had been completed in connection with the survey and that there were at least 16,500 legal madrasas in UP. Karnataka BJP leader Renukacharya's nephew was found dead in a car that fell into a canal after he was missing since Sunday. The nephew's body was found near a canal near the Hunali taluk of Devanagari in Karnataka. And a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country and the globe. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has alleged that the current Prime Minister, Interior Minister as well as an Army General were responsible for what has been referred to as a failed assassination bid on Imran Khan.
Viewers, some breaking updates coming in. Indian Army yesterday has foiled infiltration attempt in a sector of Poonch there. Now Republic has accessed the picture proof of Pakistan exporting terror. In the exclusively accessed pictures, it is seen that 2 dead bodies of terrorists killed being taken by locals along line of control. That's the picture proof. You can see that on your screens as well. It's a picture proof of Pakistan exporting terror. Republic's super exclusive pictures from the LOC, and in the pictures you can see how the bodies of terrorists are being taken away. These are exclusive pictures, and in fact it's a super exclusive of Republic TV from LOC, and you can watch how the forced eliminated Pakistan terror. This is the visual on your screen right now. The Indian Army has foiled, I repeat, the Indian Army has acted fast and they have foiled infiltration attempt in Poonch, and Republic has accessed the picture proof of Pakistan exporting terror. Now in these visuals which you're seeing on your screen, which is only exclusive on Republic TV, it's seen that 2 dead bodies of terrorists killed being taken by locals along the line of control. This is a picture proof of Pakistan exporting terror on your screen right now. Those visuals accessed exclusively by Republic TV. One more picture on your screen. There are 2 pictures right now on your left-hand side and on the right-hand side. Now, these are exclusive pictures. Remember that the Indian Army had foiled infiltration attempt in Poonch. 3 terrorists were neutralized, and a huge cache of arms and ammunition were also recovered in this operation. And on your screens, you can see 2 dead bodies of terrorists killed being taken by locals along the line of control. Now, this is a proof of Pakistan exporting terror. This is proof also of how Pakistan is trying to sponsor terror. Pakistan sponsored terror in India and trying to vitiate the atmosphere of safety in the valley and also in India. Visuals on your screen right now of the recovery of weapons also have been made, viewers. This was a very, very big infiltration attempt by Pakistan, but our army acting fast and being prompt, it has led to that entire infiltration attempt being foiled. All right, Gursimran is joining me on the phone line. Gursimran, our viewers are watching two pictures, picture 1 and picture 2, exclusive pictures. Take us through what exactly is happening there on the screens.
See, this was an infiltration attempt that was foiled by the Indian Army yesterday. It was in the Gadhvi sector of the Poonch district, in which 3 terrorists were killed. And one of the 3 terrorists, they managed to escape. 2 of the 3 of the total group managed to escape back. And the 2 dead bodies of the terrorists, 3 were killed. 1 was recovered by the Indian Army. And these 2 pictures show that 2 terrorists, those who were killed by the Indian Army, they were being taken back by the POJK people. So this clearly shows that the Pakistan trying to hide the bodies. They were dragged in by those other 2 associates of these terrorists to the POJK land. And now these pictures accessed by Republic TV clearly showing the terrorist bodies being taken back to the Pakistani side. This was one of the major infiltration attempts that was foiled by the Indian Army, and now the searches are on in the area. The Indian Army has recovered 2 AK-74 rifles along with the Chinese pistol and other arms and ammunition from these terrorists, those who were trying to sneak into the Indian territory ahead of the onset of snowfall.
Right. And we are seeing this happen as Pakistan is trying to divert attention from its internal situation. We saw what happened there at Imran Khan's rally as well. And on the other hand, is trying to incite violence, especially in the Poonch area and the Rajouri area.
Yes, Shivani, there is no doubt to it that the Pakistan is now into the divergent tactics, that how can they divert the international community's attention from the internal situation of Pakistan that is totally in shambles, and also the economic situation of the Pakistan. So for the same, they are pushing the terrorists into the Indian territory so that they can carry out a major terror strike in the regions, in the Poonch and Rajouri, and they can show the international community that, see, in Jammu and Kashmir things are not well.
Right. And these are super exclusive pictures from LOC on Republic. And Gursimran, if you could also take us through exactly how many attempts have been made this year alone. We are seeing Pakistan trying to sponsor terror. Pakistan sponsored terror. We are seeing how some drones are also being sent across the border. Drones being sent across the border, Gursimran.
See, over 100 attempts of the drone dropping have been done on the international border, as well as line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, as well as in Punjab. And when it comes to the infiltration attempts, the number of attempts is near about a dozen attempts, be it in Kashmir Valley or in Jammu region. Dozen attempts have been made by the Pakistani side. Some of them have been successful, but the terrorists who have entered the hinterland have also been neutralized by the Jammu and Kashmir police. And many attempts, including the recent one in Kupwara and this one in the Poonch district, they have been destroyed and decimated by the Indian Army.
Right. Right. All right, Major General SP Sinha is joining us on the phone line. Thank you for joining us. Major General, picture proof of Pakistan-sponsored terror. Picture proof of how Pakistan is exporting terror. Major General, what is your reaction coming in? Of course, our forces have have acted very, very fast and promptly in this situation.
You see, there is no doubt that this is additional proof against Pakistan that Pakistan has been exporting terror to Jammu and Kashmir and to the rest of India. But it is a well-known fact that right from 47, Pakistan has been creating problems for us. And Pakistan has been exporting terror to Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan is at the center of terrorism. ISI coordinates its terror activities, and ISI is in touch with all terrorist organizations in the world. ISI provides safe haven. It provided safe haven to Osama bin Laden. It provided Al-Jawari. So it provides safe haven to Lashkar chief and HM chief and Jaishe Mohammed chief. So it is not a new thing. But what we need to do is that identify. Need to do is that identify terror structure and get rid of this terror structure which is existing in Jammu and Kashmir. Who are those people who give support to these terrorists, provide shelter, give ammunition, give food? These people need to be
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Major General SP Sinha, for joining us here, defense expert, for joining us here on this story that we are tracking right now. But the Indian Army has foiled infiltration attempt in the Poonch area. What you see on your screens, viewers, is exclusive visuals only on Republic TV. You see, Republic has accessed the picture proof of Pakistan exporting terror. In these exclusive visuals, we can see 2 dead bodies of terrorists killed being taken by locals along the LOC. All right, it's time for a short break. Much more coming up on the other side. We continue to be live and breaking here. Now, no end to the stubble burning issue. Delhi AQI is dipping further and further, while citizens continue to choke. Plus, the race for Gujarat intensifies. Aam Aadmi Party announcement on chief ministerial phase today. That has been announced already. Isudan, Gadhvi is a chief ministerial phase of Aam Aadmi Party in Gujarat.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army in Poonch of J&K after soldiers posted in the region observed movement from across the line of control. One terrorist was shot at with weapons and ammunition was recovered from the site of the incident after the operations. Chairman of the UP Madrasa Education Board, while speaking on the Madrasa report to be submitted on 15th of November, stated that all the fieldwork had been completed in connection with the survey and that there were at least 16,500 legal madrasas in UP. Karnataka BJP leader Renukacharya's nephew was found dead in a car that fell into a canal after he was missing since Sunday. The nephew's body was found near a canal near the Honali taluk of Devanagari in Karnataka. And a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country.
11 casualties were reported after bus collided with an SUV near Jhallar in Madhya Pradesh.
कलमता गांव है अमरावती से, वहाँ कुछ मजदूर जो है झल्लार क्षेत्र की मजदूरी के लिए गए हुए थे, जो 20 दिन से गए हुए थे। कल रात में वो तकरीबन 9 बजे वहाँ से निकले हैं और ये एक्सीडेंट हुआ है 2-2:15 बजे के करीब। ड्राइवर हमारे पास है, उसके जो कथन हुए हैं उसके अनुरूप उसको थोड़ी नींद आ गई और बस में जाके एकदम डैश हो गई गाड़ी। तो इसके कारण जो है टवेरा में 11 लोग थे और उन सभी के साथ हादसा हुआ है।
मैडम, इसमें जो मृतक लोग हैं उनको कुछ सहायता राशि भी दी जाएगी?
हाँ, जो विधिवत है वो सारी हम लोग प्रक्रिया पूर्ण करके जल्द से जल्द इनको सभी प्रकार की सहायता राशि देंगे।
The Prime Minister expressed his condolences following the collision, further announcing a 2 lakh rupee compensation to the next of kin, while 50,000 rupees announced to the injured. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
पूरे भारत के अंदर नहीं, पूरी दुनिया के अंदर हमारी संस्कृति का प्रचार और प्रसार कर रहे हैं। वहीं दूसरी ओर
And a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country and the globe. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has alleged that the current Prime Minister, Interior Minister as well as an Army General were responsible for what has been referred to as a failed assassination bid on Imran Khan. Protests broke out in Pakistan's city of Karachi following the alleged assassination attempt on the PTI leader and former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan that further led to the death of one of his supporters. TMC and the BJP clashed in front of the Central Minister of State Nitish Pramanik's convoy near Setai in West in the Kuch Behar district in West Bengal. And high-octane drama that was seen as Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's rally happened in Himachal's Solan, where protesters gathered at a roadshow of the AAP convener, leading the police to lathi charge and disperse them. Some protesters were further taken into preventive custody. A case has also been registered at a school in Guna in Madhya Pradesh over school authorities allegedly punishing a student for shouting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The complaint has also been raised by student's father, who was made to sit on the ground for 2 subject periods for raising the slogan. A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army in Poonch of J&K after soldiers posted in the region observed movement from across the line of control. One terrorist was shot at with weapons and ammunition was recovered from the site of the incident after the operations. Chairman of the UP Madrasa Education Board, while speaking on the Madrasa report to be submitted on 15th of November, stated that all the fieldwork had been completed in connection with the survey and that there were at least 16,500 legal madrasas in UP. Karnataka
on his container, make sure that the entire Pakistani public and Pakistanis overseas target the Election Commission of Pakistan. It is Imran Khan who's causing political uncertainty in Pakistan. It is Imran Khan who's causing Pakistan to implode. This recent march, this recent long march that Imran Khan calls it, is going to enter Islamabad in the next 1 week. And when it does, it will cause chaos. This is exactly what Imran Khan wants.
Yet another cowardly attack in Jammu and Kashmir. 2 non-local labourers shot at in Anantnag.
BJP MLA MP Renukacharya's nephew has been found dead in a car that fell into a canal.
The former Congress Tumkuru MP has now been inducted into the BJP.
Good afternoon, and as we continue to stay with our top coverage on Delhi air emergency with the AQI reaching the hazardous level, we're now joined by prominent citizens from across the capital, seeing the kind of uproar and the kind of pathos that has now been seen by children as well as adults. I welcome on the show today as a prominent citizen, former Additional Solicitor General of India, Senior Advocate in the Supreme Court, Mr. Siddharth Luthra. Mr. Luthra, today I ask you questions also, sir, in your capacity as someone who's a citizen of Delhi. Delhi is choking, it's poisonous, the governments are playing the blame game. As a citizen of India, first please tell us your grievance, and then this interactive show continues when we ask the governments for accountability.
I'm actually shocked at what has happened this year. We had unusual rainfall in the previous month, and therefore one had hoped that things would not be so bad. We can't have a situation where governments of the day, whether state or center or union territory, allow this to happen to citizens. Clean air, clean water is our right under the Constitution. It's a right to life. But when you step out today, I stepped out last night, late evening, tried to take an evening walk, and I was coughing and choking. Now, this is for those of us who are still fortunate enough not to have chest diseases or lung or pulmonary diseases. What about those who are elderly or young children? What are we doing to ourselves? And there's a serious concern. I think we can't have a situation where governments, knowing that this is going to happen year after year, throw up their hands and start playing the blame game. It is time for accountability. This is criminal culpability, no less. It is not just about Article 21. It's not just a public law issue. It's a clear case where our lives are being played with. And therefore, I would feel that with an air quality index hovering in the 400s, it's time for governments to act. Why can't the state governments concerned step in and ensure that burning has to stop? Why can't the state governments create a mechanism that they have alternatives to burning? Why can't the governments create a subsidy system where the parali is picked up so that it can be picked up by the government and disposed of in a safe manner? It's time for this to change. We cannot go on year after year like this. Delhi and the NCR also is becoming unlivable. Is this what we are doing to our citizens? I'm, as a citizen, as a lawyer, as a person who's been born and brought up in this city, I'm completely anguished by what is happening.
And Mr. Luthra, you spoke right from the heart. You spoke about how Delhi needs to breathe. We've also seen earlier, sir, this kind of blame game happen. Today, you're giving out initiatives that can be taken by both the Delhi and the central government. You also spoke about criminal culpability. Who is it that the citizens can hold accountable for the fact that they don't have fresh air to breathe year after year?
So I would put it this way. Those who burn and those who allow the burning of parali, of the stubble, and allow it unabated are culpable. And therefore, we have to look beyond Delhi as well. In the states where there is going to be burning, it is for the government of the states to clamp down on this burning, because this is not happening in Delhi. This is happening outside Delhi. And let me tell you, things are bad in Delhi, but Punjab, Haryana, parts of Uttar Pradesh are as bad. Is this what we are doing? And last year, I recall some guests had come from overseas and they were spending time in Punjab, and they said even the food tastes burnt. That is what we've done. It is time for the governments of the day to clamp down on this, to take recourse to the powers both under the CRPC and under the Environmental Protection Act, and to stop this. There are ample powers with the administration. It's a failure to exercise power for extraneous reasons. Delhi is only a recipient of all of this, and Delhi will continue to receive this. Well, in Delhi, sorry.
Yes.
Please come again. I didn't hear your question.
Mr. Luthra, I was asking, you said there are extraneous circumstances. What do you think these circumstances are?
The circumstances are that the farmers who burn this out of compulsion are a crucial vote bank. And these farmers are required by every government, and they want to keep them within their control. The governments don't want to spend the money to stop this. The governments don't want to subsidize the removal of parali or stubble. The governments don't want to subsidize the safe removal of stubble. And therefore, the easiest thing is to let things remain as they were. People will scream. Some people will unfortunately fall ill. Some may even die. But then we leave it for another day, because by January end, we move on to another day. By February, March, by March, as things get warmer, this issue reduces. The other issue is, what about the unabated open sites of construction? NCR has been for long an open place for construction of all kinds. You're allowing open sites all over the world. You go to any Western country, you will find within their cities, when they break a building, they cover it up completely. They make sure that there is no access to that building and dust is contained. They take mechanisms. Here, all our digging, all our construction is open sites. And what do? We start banning a few vehicles. What do? We start saying we will limit the pliance of vehicles. But that is because that's populist. What you're not looking at is the chronic issue, which is unabated construction, and not just legal construction. It's the illegal construction that happens, and that happens with the authorities choosing to turn a blind eye to it, because there are other considerations there. So these are the issues we need to look at. We have to ensure clean. We tried gas. We brought in clean fuel. We are bringing in electrical cars. Why can't we speed up the electrical cars? That's for the center to take initiatives. In England, they're trying to bring in electrical cars. They're setting up stations. We hardly have stations. It's time for us to change. Citizens would be happy to change. Why can't we reduce the import duties on electrical cars or make them easily available? Why is it that an electric vehicle is so expensive or a hybrid vehicle is very expensive? So all these issues have to be seen. It is a citizens' issue, and the administration at the state, UT, center have to act in the interest of citizens and not just blame each other for the purpose of electoral politics.
Mr. Luthra, we've spoken to you several times earlier, but today the anguish with which you are speaking and you're voicing the concerns of the citizen comes out. It is time that this uproar reaches the ears of the governments, and it's finally time to take all the efforts, all the initiatives you've said to take into consideration, whether it's on construction, stubble burning, or the neighboring states to Delhi that need to take action. I thank you for being a prominent citizen on our special show today.
Thank you. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I think citizens will have to speak up. Otherwise, we are not leaving a good future for our children and for our families. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Law will take its own course. जिस नाते से उनके खिलाफ अपराध की धाराएं चली, कोर्ट ने अपना संज्ञान लिया, सीबीआई ने संज्ञान लिया, उनको सज़ा हो गई। सज़ा के बाद उनको पेश करना है सरकार को, सरकार ने पेश कर दिया। जेल चले गए, जेल में अपनी सज़ा काट रहे हैं। सज़ा काटने के बाद वहाँ के जेल के मैनुअल क्या होते हैं, कैसे होते हैं, किसको पैरोल देना, किसको नहीं देना। पैरोल देने के समय भी एजेंसी से भी पूछा जाता है, एजेंसी अपनी रिपोर्ट देती हैं। तो एज़ पर जिसको कहना चाहिए एक रूटीन से जो चीज़ें होती हैं उसमें सरकार को कुछ बोलना नहीं होता। फिर भी किसी को किसी प्रकार का कोई एतराज़ हो, जैसा आपने बताया कोर्ट में भी चले गए, जाना चाहिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, कोर्ट में जाए, कोर्ट फैसला करेगा गलत कहाँ है ठीक कहाँ है।
इस तरह से पराली को लेकर
आज पराली की आज देखो कितना बदल।
सर देखिए कितना बड़ा मुद्दा है जो दिल्ली तक गया है। आपके सीएम जो है वो दिल्ली में पहुंचे हुए हैं।
ना एक मिनट में स्टॉल ओ सर मेरी बात सुनो। जब मैं पराली पे पीसी करूंगा तो फिर आ जाना ना। देखो कितना जबरदस्त काम। नहीं सर छोड़ो यार, छोड़ सब नहीं जब मैं ना ऐसा नहीं मैं करूँ। नहीं
इतना बड़ा इशू
नहीं आपने एयर क्वालिटी देखी पंजाब की? देखी है? फिर क्या बात करते हो? हरियाणा से अच्छी है, पंजाब दिल्ली से अच्छी, सभी से अच्छी है। एयर क्वालिटी नंबर 1 है। आप मत घबराओ, कोई बात नहीं है।
मामला जो है सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक जा रहा है।
तहसीलदार जो अंदर दिए हुए हैं सर, तहसीलदार धालीवाल सर
काम करना नहीं मैं रोज बोलता पर ऐसा नहीं बोलता।
भाई अब रहने दो यार, ये एग्जीबिशन का तुम यहाँ पे मुद्दा मत बनाओ यार, प्लीज यार, प्लीज सर
2 मिनट तो दीजिए सर। पराली का इतना बड़ा
एक मिनट यार, पराली कुछ नहीं पंजाब च कोई मुद्दा नहीं आज
सर मैंने आपको बोल दिया मैं पीसी करूंगा, आपने आ जाना उधर। अब नहीं देखो बताऊंगा, नहीं देखो
सर पराली को लेकर इतना बड़ा इशू
सर इशू क्या मैं प्रोग्राम किस में है? आप जबरदस्ती मेरे को बुला लेंगे तो फिर प्लीज मैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करूंगा, आपने उधर आ जाना, मत करो।
तो आप ये देख रहे हैं कि एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्टर हैं कुलदीप सिंह धालीवाल जो जिनको कन्फ्रंट करने की कोशिश की जा रही है, लेकिन वो इस मुद्दे पर बोलने को तैयार नहीं है। उनका कहना है कि जब मैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करूंगा तो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बात की जाएगी।
सर लगातार पंजाब में पराली जलाई जा रही है, लगातार पंजाब में पराली जलाई जा रही है, दिल्ली में पोल्यूशन हो रहा है। सर आप जवाब तो दीजिए सर। आपकी सरकार ने कहा था कि आप काम करेंगे, आप काम करेंगे सर, लेकिन कुछ हुआ नहीं है। भगवंत मान जी इस तरह से कब तक होगा सर? सो आप देख सकते हैं किस तरह से पंजाब के मुख्यमंत्री भगवंत मान जो अभी कपूरथला हाउस से निकले, हमने उनसे पूछा कि लगातार दिल्ली में प्रदूषण हो रहा है, कौन जिम्मेदार है उसका? क्योंकि इनकी सरकार ने कहा था, आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार ने कहा था कि जब उनकी सरकार बनेगी तो सरकार काम करेगी, आम आदमी पार्टी काम करेगी और दिल्ली में प्रदूषण नहीं होगा। लेकिन लगातार पराली जलाए जाने की वजह से दिल्ली का प्रदूषण लेवल जो है लगातार बढ़ता जा रहा है। लोगों को काफ़ी दिक्कतों का सामना करना पड़ रहा है, लोग सांस तक ढंग से नहीं ले पा रहे हैं।
केंद्र सरकार पूरी तरीके से सहयोग देती रही है। मेरे सहयोगी भूपेंद्र यादव जी ने, पर्यावरण मंत्री ने आप सबको बड़े डिटेल में बताया किस प्रकार से केंद्र सरकार की दी हुई सहायता को भी पंजाब और दिल्ली की सरकारों ने पूरी तरीके से इस्तेमाल नहीं किया। जो मशीनें भी खरीदी वो भी कोई अच्छी नहीं चली। एक प्रकार से सिर्फ स्लोगन और प्रचार प्रसार वाली सरकार पहले दिल्ली में थी, अब पंजाब में भी आ गई है। दोनों सरकारें पूरी तरीके से फेल्ड गवर्नमेंट्स हैं। दोनों सरकार जनता को जवाब नहीं दे पा रही है। और हाल में तो जो पुराने वायदे दिए गए 2018 के दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के स्टेटमेंट्स, 2019 के वायदे, लगातार एक के बाद एक उनके सब बताई हुई बातें झूठी साबित हो रही हैं। केजरीवाल को जनता को जवाब देना पड़ेगा, भगवंत मान को जनता को जवाब देना पड़ेगा। ये दोनों राज्यों में जो परिस्थिति बनी हुई है वो बड़ी गंभीर है और जनता बुरी तरीके से परेशान है, चाहे वो पंजाब की जनता हो, चाहे वो दिल्ली की जनता।
Yes, so the Delhi air emergency, remember, continues to be our top focus story. More than about 2,666 incidents of residue burning have been recorded in Punjab in just the last 24 hours. Incidents of stubble burning have reached a total of 24,000 plus this year itself. Aam Aadmi Party's convener Arvind Kejriwal and the Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann earlier held a joint press conference over the poor air quality in the Delhi NCR region. Now, the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal says that primary schools would be shut down from tomorrow, and he says outdoor activities for senior classes is going to be limited across the city. The Supreme Court has agreed to an early hearing on the case of air pollution in Delhi, with the petition filed stating that the stubble burning was being done on a large scale in Punjab every day and that it was a question of the right to life. The Delhi Chief Minister further goes on to say that primary schools would be shut down from tomorrow. Outdoor activities will also be limited.
एक राज्य की हवा एक राज्य में नहीं रहती, इधर से हवा उधर जाती है, उधर से हवा इधर आती है। तो जैसा हम कई बार कह चुके हैं कि इसमें केंद्र सरकार को आगे आके इसके ऊपर स्पेसिफिक कदम उठाने पड़ेंगे ताकि पूरे उत्तर भारत को प्रदूषण से बचाया जा सके। ये पूरे उत्तर भारत की समस्या है, पहली चीज़। दूसरी चीज़, पंजाब में और दिल्ली में हमारी सरकार है। ये वक्त फिंगर पॉइंटिंग का नहीं है, ब्लेम गेम का नहीं है, एक दूसरे को गाली देने का नहीं है, इतने सेंसिटिव मुद्दे पे राजनीति करने का नहीं है।
The Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal and the Punjab Chief Minister earlier held a joint press conference over air pollution in Delhi, taking up responsibility for pollution in the national capital, but also saying that they need more time to be able to deal with the situation effectively.
एक राज्य की हवा एक राज्य में नहीं रहती, इधर से हवा उधर जाती है, उधर से हवा इधर आती है। तो जैसा हम कई बार कह चुके हैं कि इसमें केंद्र सरकार को आगे आके इसके ऊपर स्पेसिफिक कदम उठाने पड़ेंगे ताकि पूरे उत्तर भारत को प्रदूषण से बचाया जा सके। ये पूरे उत्तर भारत की समस्या है, पहली चीज़। दूसरी चीज़, पंजाब में और दिल्ली में हमारी सरकार है। ये वक्त फिंगर पॉइंटिंग का नहीं है।
Now, there has been a continuous dip in pollution levels in the Delhi and the NCR regions that was reported this morning, with, remember, the AQI levels in the severe category now across the entire region. The AQI was recorded at 472 in NCR, 562 if you're staying in Noida, 539 in Gurgaon, and 563 this in the North Delhi region. The BJP hit back. They held a press conference over the entire issue, with the BJP Delhi President Adesh Gupta saying that Delhi has become a gas chamber, and he says this right now is endangering the lives of children, of the elderly, of almost everyone.
लाखों बच्चे, क्योंकि दिल्ली में हर दूसरा बच्चा बीमार हो रहा है। स्कूल जाने वाला एक बच्चा भी है, तो बच्चे तकलीफ में है, सांस लेना उनको दूभर हो रहा है। और दिल्ली में अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की सरकार ना तो प्रदूषण के कारणों का समाधान कर रही है और ना ही वो कोई भी बच्चों के स्कूल बंद हो इसके लिए कोई कार्रवाई कर रही है।
But this, remember, again is not just the only issue where you see a direct confrontation between the BJP and the AAP. The BJP has gone ahead to issue a fresh charge against the Delhi government, with the BJP talking of allegations at Delhi's Labour Ministry over migrant labourers. The Delhi Building and Other Construction Welfare Board and the BJP says this is a scam.
1 लाख से ऊपर रजिस्ट्री हुई है, मगर जब से आम आदमी पार्टी आई और मात्र 2018 से लेकर 21 के बीच, बिटवीन 2018 एंड 2021 लगभग 10 लाख वर्कर की रजिस्ट्रेशन जो है ये इस कालखंड में हुआ है, बिटवीन 2018 एंड 2021। 13 लाख 2006 से, और उसमें से लगभग 90% ये 2 वर्षों में 18, 19, 20, 21 ये जो 3-4 वर्ष का कालखंड है आम आदमी पार्टी का, उसके बीच में हुआ है।
And away from politics in Delhi to what's been happening in Morbi in Gujarat, now there is some bit of action finally. The chief officer of the Morbi municipality, Sandeep Singh Zala, has been suspended till the investigation in connection with the Morbi tragedy, and also until you have the real cause for the tragedy that is ascertained. And a major drama broke out earlier at the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's rally at Solan in Himachal Pradesh. This was yesterday. Protesters gathered at a roadshow of the AAP convener, leading the police to lathi charge and disperse them. Some protesters were further taken into preventive custody. The Nainital High Court, while hearing a petition filed by Ankita Bhandari's parents in the Ankita Bhandari murder case, are seeking all evidence related to the scene of crime. The Prime Minister has earlier congratulated Benjamin Netanyahu for his most recent win, while thanking the outgoing Israeli Prime Minister Yair Lapid for prioritizing strategic relations between India and Israel. The Foreign Secretary of India, Vinay Quatra, met with the Secretary General of the United Nations, Secretary General Antonio Guterres, with issues of pressing concern, and he goes on to say that they have been discussed at the meet. Away from international stories to domestic politics, UP's anti-terror squad has arrested 2 people whose names have come up following interrogations that revealed their links with Al-Qaeda in the Indian subcontinent. 11 casualties have been reported after a bus collided with a car near Jhalan, near Betul in Madhya Pradesh. Congress leader Mudhanamal Gowda, the SP actor and Chitradurga Lok Sabha MP for the JDU, Shashi Kumar, and the retired IS officer Anil Kumar have joined the BJP. A couple had a narrow brush with death as they tried to avoid a pothole in Bengaluru. Following the incident, the couple fixed the potholes with gravel and with sand, all amongst themselves. Reports have come about of terrorists opening fire on 2 migrant workers, this in Anantnag in Jammu and Kashmir. While one of the migrant workers was reported to have been from Bihar, the other is reported to have been from Nepal. To Delhi now, where a major drama broke out at Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's rally. In fact, this is from Solan in Himachal Pradesh. This happened yesterday, where protesters gathered at a roadshow of the Aam Aadmi Party convener, leading the police to lathi charge. Congress leader Siddaramaiah commented on the death of Honalai MLA Renukacharya's nephew, stating that the death looked suspicious. Mega income tax raids are being carried out across the state of West Bengal as we speak. To the Enforcement Directorate now, that conducted raids across at least 12 locations in West Bengal and Jharkhand. This is said to be in connection with the illegal mining scam. UP's anti-terror squad arrested 2 people whose names have come up following interrogations that reveal their links with Al-Qaeda in the Indian subcontinent amidst the Jamaat-ul-Mujahideen.
The TMC and the BJP earlier clashed in front of the Central Minister of State. This is Nitish Pramanik's convoy near Setai. This is the district of Kuch Behar in West Bengal. A case has been registered at a school in Guna in Madhya Pradesh over the school authorities allegedly punishing a student for shouting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army at the Poonch sector in Jammu and Kashmir after soldiers posted in the region observed movement from across the line of control. In the dock, in the cattle smuggling case, Anubrata Mandal's ex-bodyguard has been sent to 14 days of judicial custody. The crackdown on pro-Pakistan separatists intensified on Thursday as you had the Enforcement Directorate attaching a Srinagar-based property of Shabbir Shah under the provisions of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. As the shocking CCTV images of the cruel incident went viral on social media platforms and news channels started telecasting it, the police took the 20-year-old accused into custody in the early hours of Friday, recorded his arrest later in the day. This entire incident, part of which you see on your screens. Over the last few years, the opposition parties have often questioned the credibility of EVMs. However, the Election Commission has reportedly maintained that EVMs are tamper-proof. Let's get you a quick check of also our top international stories. Israeli aircraft struck several targets, this in the Gaza Strip, in response to the rocket fired from the Palestinian enclave. The rocket attacks and the Israeli airstrikes, remember, are the first cross-border violence that you've seen since a ceasefire ended around a fight between Israel and the Islamic Jihad militant group. Do remember, Israeli military in response has said that they could be targeting an underground site that was used by Gaza's Hamas rulers as a rocket-making facility. The US President Joe Biden, speaking at San Diego County rally in California, has urged voters to go to polls to support the Democratic candidates, warning that a Republican Congress, he said, would reshape America by cutting back on health care and threatening abortion rights, also retirement security. Vice President Kamala Harris hit the campaign trail in New York City for Governor. Kathy Hochul, a Democrat facing an unexpectedly competitive election. Remember, as Democrats are facing national headwinds in this year's midterm elections, hence there are plans of playing defense to shore up an incumbent blue state like New York, which could be a drastic marker of the party's grown fears. Hundreds of supporters of Jair Bolsonaro stood outside Rio de Janeiro's Eastern Military Command building protesting for the demand over military for stepping in to avoid a takeover by leftist government of President-elect Luiz Lula Silva. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has thanked Greece for its first shipment of armored vehicles to Ukraine. This after he met with the Greek president, and he has also notified presence of a large Greek community in the south of the country. German President Frank-Walter has met with the South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol to discuss bilateral issues, also to jointly tackle supply chain and energy crisis. The 27th Conference of the Parties on Climate Change is set to gather in Egypt this month. Experts say that the conference has come in a timely manner as the continent of Africa has been affected by rising temperatures in recent times. Israel's former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has made a rapid comeback as the Prime Minister Lapid conceded defeat in the recent general elections that were held. Ukrainian President Zelensky hosted the US Senator Rob Portman and Chris Coons in Kiev. Senator Portman, who's a Republican, and Coons, a Democrat, made a joint visit to the Ukraine ahead of the US midterm elections. Italian Prime Minister visited Brussels to meet with the heads of the European institutions and discuss issues concerning diplomatic aid to the nation. Tensions on the Korean Peninsula situation escalated to fresh heights when you had Northern Korea reportedly launching multiple missiles after a US-South Korea military drill earlier kicked off. To Twitter now, where Elon Musk has confirmed layoffs. The company has sent an email to employees asking them to be ready for layoffs, which he says possibly could happen today. Mega protest erupted in Pakistan in several cities. This is coming after the former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan, remember, was attacked yesterday. And just today after the attack, the former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan said that the protests will continue. Do remember these protests were staged by Imran Khan's supporters earlier today also. The US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi confirmed her husband Paul Pelosi's improving health condition. Now, Paul Pelosi, do remember, was attacked at his home in San Francisco. Justin Verlander overcame an early jolt to grit out the World Series win that long eluded him. Rookie Jeremy Pena hit a go-ahead home run and the Houston Astros beat the Philadelphia Phillies 3-2 Thursday night to head home with a 3-2 lead. England, on the other hand, prepared to kickstart with a new motivation for FIFA after last year's defeat in the finals of the European Championships. Having embarked on a sensational run to the 2018 World Cup final, Croatia head to the Qatar World Cup in the unusual position of looking like one of the stronger teams. Cameroon is banking on Rigoberta Song to break the World Cup jinx. They are, remember, up against Switzerland in their Group G opener that is scheduled for the 24th of this month. World number 1, Iga Swiatek of Poland made it to the WTA Finals. Group wins from 2 with a comfortable straight sets over victory over France's Caroline Garcia in Texas.
Iranian protesters and security forces clashed in a town near the capital, where state-run media reported at least 2 deaths following the incident. At least 300 protesters are reported to have been killed and thousands arrested since the unrest began. The protesters gathered in Karaj, just outside Tehran, to mark the 40th day since the shooting death of Hadis Najafi, one of the several young women to have been killed during the protest that broke out over alleged moral policing in Iran. The 40th day after someone's death has great symbolism in Shiite Islam and is marked by public mourning. Commemorating protester deaths has given momentum to the ongoing demonstration, just as it did during the 1979 revolution that overthrew Iran's earlier monarchy. Agency report for Republic TV.
And now let's put our focus on the story that continues to dominate headlines. This, remember, is the air that you are breathing right now. If you stay anywhere close to Delhi, the NCR region, in fact anywhere in North India, you are well aware of what you go through specifically when the season changes. During months of November, this is how the AQI soars up. On your screen, you're reading more details of the AQI levels right now being reported from different cities, particularly in North India. Thick smog blanketed Delhi on Friday as the city's air quality remained in the severe zone, this for the second straight day. Essentially due to unfavorable meteorological conditions and raging farm fires in Punjab. Overall AQI in Delhi, remember, is 445. This is close to about 2 p.m. On the bottom of your screens, you're looking at a number that is continuously flashing. Do remember, if you stay anywhere close to Delhi, if you want to speak up, and tell us who you believe is accountable, do send us your messages, your thoughts, your feedback on that number, and we will put it out here on Republic. I'm told Piyush is joining us live right now from Noida. Piyush, where you are, the AQI is equally bad. You know, all of us are breathing this extremely bad, hazardous air. Piyush, what are the voices that you've heard so far? You know, it's a band-aid solution that you have an issue, so shut down schools, tell people to work from home. What about those Piyush who do not have the luxury of working from home? They have to go out, they have to step out to make their ends meet. What should they do?
Well, in fact, Deepthi, we are living in a gas chamber. This is what the environmental minister has also said, that because of the misdeeds of Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab and Delhi, people are facing a lot of problems. Difficulties are being faced. Right now, I'm in Felix Hospital in Noida, and the air quality is as bad as national capital here also. It has also dipped down, and it has also crossed the mark of 400, which has come under the category of very poor. I'm here in the emergency ward, emergency department of this very hospital, where people are admitted who are facing a lot of issues because of the hazardous air. They are admitted here. They are facing breathing issues. Let me say it, if I also try to speak from doctors here and try to understand about the cases which they are witnessing because of the hazardous air which people are breathing, not only in Delhi but also in NCR. I'm joined with Dr. Anshu Mala. She is a senior physician here. Let me try to understand from her. Ma'am, कितने केसेस आ रहे हैं इस हॉस्पिटल में अगर हम एयर पोल्यूशन से अफेक्टेड जो लोग हैं उनकी बात करें?
अभी हम शार्प इंक्रीज देख रहे हैं पेशेंट्स में रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम्स वाले. ऑन एन एवरेज हमारे हॉस्पिटल में अभी इमरजेंसी में इफ़ आई से अबाउट 20 पेशेंट्स विद सीवियर रेस्पिरेटरी डिस्ट्रेस या ब्रीदिंग प्रॉब्लम से आ रहे हैं, जिसमें से कुछ तो बहुत सिक हैं, अराउंड 4 to 5.
And as we stay with our rolling coverage of the Delhi air emergency, viewers, today we are joined by prominent citizens. They are anguished and they are shocked at the apathy of the governments. I welcome on our show Mr. C.A. Sundaram. He's a senior advocate in the Supreme Court, someone who always speaks for the citizens. Mr. Sundaram, first, as I wish you well, because the Delhi air is poisonous, sir, I ask you, how are you personally trying to grapple with this situation?
It's a very sad reflection that all of us who have been living in Delhi all these years, it's almost like this has become a natural expectation. We have almost lost faith. We expect this situation every year. And we have reconciled ourselves that, look, this is going to happen. There'll be a lot of talking about it by governments concerned. Nothing will be done about it. And we'll be back to square A. We are in a position, and especially I can say as a lawyer, the Supreme Court has also been grappling with this. But basically, it boils down to the citizen. It is no use of us as citizens to complain about it. And the fault really lies with all of us. Look, the fact of the matter is, we give a number of reasons. Without a doubt, yes, geographically, the Delhi area is so situate that winds do tend to bring in pollution from other areas into Delhi. It also tends to stagnate in Delhi. This is a geographical reality. But this is a reality which has always been there. So we either say we accept the reality and we continue suffering like this, or we do something about it. The point is, we cannot do something about it unless we as a country believe that we are a union. It doesn't mean that I live in a state, I do what I want, because the wind, the geographical factors are going to take whatever is the offshoot of what I'm doing, whether it's burning of rubble or otherwise, out of my area into another area. And therefore, I am clear and fine. Unfortunately, this seems to be the attitude. It is the farmer in a given area who wants to burn his rubble because why? He is not personally suffering from pollution. It is going somewhere else so far as he's concerned. He's not bothered about it. This, unfortunately, is the apathy of most Indians today, where they say, as long as I'm all right, I need not bother about anybody else. Now, how long can the Supreme Court be grappling with this problem? The Supreme Court can give various dicta, can give various directions. But finally, it boils down to the citizen to do something about it.
Yes.
It comes down to the government having a will to do something about it, a will to become unpopular even with a given area, a given state, becoming unpopular by preventing them from doing something. But the problem is there, the governments are not willing to take a step which they feel will make them unpopular in one given state, because they're going to come out with some kind of direction against people in that state. There's going to be an agitation there. They're not willing to face it. So look, unless this is a problem which we as citizens accept, we have a duty to do something about, unless it's a problem that the government feels that irrespective of the vote bank, I will still do what is necessary to prevent it. And unless we as citizens, we as people, we as a government, see ourselves as a union and not an autonomous state which is bothered up for its own welfare. And until we do all that, I think every year we're going to be going through this and we're all going to be sinking more and more into this apathy. I can only hope that at some stage, the citizen, the government, the different states would all recognize the fact that we are one country and let's all work towards it, and we each have to do our bit. And don't leave everything to the court to have to sort out, give directions. Court cannot wave a magic wand and say that's the end of a issue. The court can give directions which they feel are going to assist in preventing it. But thereafter, who is going to actually, on the ground level, implement that? And that is where the government comes into play and has to be very firm. The relevant governments have to do something about it. Till then, well, all we can do is keep complaining.
Mr. Sundaram, you speak, like I've said earlier, also from the heart, and you're speaking in the voice of the citizen. I want to ask you a second question on criminal culpability. There is stubble burning. There are construction sites that are still open. Who does the criminal culpability lie with? It's the Delhi government versus the centre. It's a political war. But who really needs to get up, take accountability for citizens who continue to be poisoned year after year?
Number one, it is the citizen themselves. It is the citizen themselves who contribute to the pollution, who are answerable. Number two, the authorities who should ensure that the law is obeyed, that the citizens act in accordance with law, and they do not act in accordance with their powers, they are also culpable. So the culpability, and finally, the governments which are busy playing politics over it are also culpable. If you ask me about pure criminal law, yes, you can say so-and-so doesn't have the intention, somebody else doesn't have the intention. But this is a fact of what you're asking me is a question of culpability. What the legal effect of that culpability is a different issue altogether, which will be taken in each case. But offhand, I will tell you that if the government lays down a direction or a rule, and that rule is disobeyed, and that rule must have the teeth as to what will be done to the people who disobey it, then the person who disobeys it is culpable. The persons who are to implement that rule, who are to ensure that those who do not follow it are brought to book and they fail to act, they can also be proceeded with against, and they would also be culpable.
Yes. And Mr. Sundaram, what do you say about year after year? The Aam Aadmi Party today comes out in a joint statement with the Punjab Chief Minister of the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, and they say, yes, we shall do everything. The primary schools will be shut, but the centre needs to intervene. There is no state government that takes accountability to ensure stubble burning needs to be stopped, Delhi's air needs to be cleaned. It almost seems, Mr. Sundaram, as if they are waiting for both these months to quickly go by and January to arrive.
Well, naturally, it's a political issue. So far as the state government is concerned, they are bothered about their votes in that state. And they are worried that if they come down and stop the stubble burning, they're going to lose the votes of the farmers. So they say central government should do something. Why? Because the central government does it, then the unpopularity will get central government. The state government will play politics. The state government will turn around and say, see, we did not do anything. We did not stop you. It's that central government which did it. And therefore vote against the government which is in the central government. Vote against the party which is governing in Delhi. And instead, see, we did not do anything. Therefore, we are the good guys. They are the bad guys. Now, this is a clear case of playing politics. And the saddest part of it is, it's not only now, it's from times immemorial. The politician to play politics doesn't care a whit about the welfare of the citizen. If something will get them a vote, they will work for getting themselves a vote, irrespective of the consequence. And here you're seeing it. The state government, look at it this way. If there is rubble burning in a given state, and there's going to be the farmers who are going to be very upset with the government if the government comes down and says, look here, you can't do it. So the government, to keep itself popular, doesn't do anything, but instead says, look, it's the central government which should do it. Why? Because tomorrow they can go and say, I didn't do it, it's the central government which did it. So don't vote for the party which is ruling in the central government. So this kind of politics being played, which is why I started with this thing. Until we realize, it's all very well to say we are federal. Of course we are federal because we give states various rights. But unless we realize we're a union and our duty is to the country as a whole, and I can be a citizen of any one given state, but my duty is to India and not just my state. Until that mindset comes in, that mindset has to come in both into the mind of the citizen. And I can't say, I'm from Tamil Nadu, my duty is to Tamil Nadu, it's not to India. I should recognize I'm an Indian and my duty is to India as a whole. Until that mindset comes into the Indian, the citizen. And two, until that mindset comes into the local government which is ruling in that area, which is governing in that area, until they also see themselves as a part, the states that they are right then in governing is also a part of India, and they are a part and parcel of a political party ruling a part of India as a whole. Until both that mindset comes in, I'm afraid you'll never solve problems like this. It'll always be, look, I'm not bothered about somebody else, I'm only concerned about my own welfare. And that is the whole problem we're facing. And look at where we're suffering now.
Absolutely.
Like I said, we've come to a stage where we're used to it. We're already expecting it. We all already know. Those who can afford to do it already get their air purifiers and this and that in advance. And all we're doing is opening the papers every day to see, as it isn't today, is it rising tomorrow? And we're already predicting, Deepavali is come now. Soon after that, we're going to have more pollution. We're going to have this. I mean, it's a ridiculous thing because unless everybody pulls together, you can do nothing about it. And everybody is not willing to pull together. And that's a sad truth. We're all responsible. As citizens, as government, we're all responsible.
Mr. Sundaram, that's a very fine note that, you're giving us these answers in. As someone who's a part of Delhi, you're a prominent citizen, you're a senior advocate in the Supreme Court. Several times we've seen you appear for right-minded citizens. I ask you my last question. You've told us we all need to take responsibility. But someone who's suffering, who's seeing this year after year, do you think the citizens and the government are going to buck up? Also, do you think, and how are you personally trying to ensure that you are saved from this emergency in Delhi? It's reached hazardous proportions.
Look, how I'm going to be saved? The fact is, don't ask me that question for the simple reason that I may have the wherewithal to get myself an air purifier, to do something at my house, see something about the pollution, to see that my car windows are up, that it's duly air conditioned, that there's an air purifier in the car. But I mean, I'm not the person. It's all very well. Like I said, we come back to how do I look after myself? What about all the people who don't have those facilities? And that we seem to forget about completely. See, this is exactly what I'm saying. Unless we all look at it as a common cause, and it has to be a common cause of all the citizens, not just of one city, all the citizens of India, which includes Punjab, includes Uttar Pradesh, which includes everything else. We have to see it as a common cause of the citizens. And government of each state should see themselves as a government of a state and as a government of India, in India, and not just isolate themselves. Until that mindset comes in, I'm sorry, these discussions can go on, and we're going to have a recurring problem. So it's not a question of how you and I look after ourselves. It's a question of how 90% of the people will look after them. And that's what concerns me.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Sundaram, for one of the very first times that I see you visibly perturbed along with us, because it's our children, it's our elderly, it's us ourselves who are suffering. And like you said, it is time we as citizens take action ourselves. Thank you, sir, for being with us.
Thank you.
And high-octane drama that was seen as Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's rally happened in Himachal's Solan, where protesters gathered at a roadshow of the AAP convener, leading the police to lathi charge and disperse them. Some protesters were further taken into preventive custody. A case has also been registered at a school in Guna in Madhya Pradesh over school authorities allegedly punishing a student for shouting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The complaint has also been raised by student's father, who was made to sit on the ground for 2 subject periods for raising the slogan. A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army in Poonch of J&K after soldiers posted in the region observed movement from across the line of control. One terrorist was shot at with weapons and ammunition was recovered from the site of the incident after the operations. Chairman of the UP Madrasa Education Board, while speaking on the Madrasa report to be submitted on 15th of November, stated that all the fieldwork had been completed in connection with the survey and that there were at least 16,500 legal madrasas in UP. Karnataka BJP leader Renukacharya's nephew was found dead in a car that fell into a canal after he was missing since Sunday. The nephew's body was found near a canal near the Hunali taluk of Devanagari in Karnataka. And a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country and the globe. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has alleged that the current Prime Minister, Interior Minister as well as an Army General were responsible for what has been referred to as a failed assassination.
And we cut across to breaking details that are just coming in, awaiting further information on this. But initial details are that Shiv Sena leader has been shot dead in Amritsar. Yet to get details of who this leader is and what exactly was happening there through the turn of events. But the pictures also putting out a sense of how things turned out. Shiv Sena leader who was shot dead in Amritsar. My colleague Amandeep will join us shortly to give us more details. This is Sudhir Suri, Shiv Sena leader who was shot dead in Amritsar. We are trying to gather more information on where this happened. Were they together for a meeting or was he out on a personal visit? Shiv Sena leader who was targeted, he belongs to the Uddhav camp. His name is Sudhir Suri and he was shot dead in broad daylight. We're also trying to get a sense of whether any CCTV cameras around captured what had happened, but the picture certainly indicating of gunshots, firing, and who this man is, we don't know yet. What was the kind of security around? Were there guards? Is it a residential area? Was it an office premises? A lot of questions that we are yet to get details to. But those pictures indicating first breaking on Republic of Sudhir Suri, Shiv Sena leader who belongs to the Uddhav camp. He was shot dead in Amritsar. This happened in broad daylight. He was targeted. And we don't know yet whether the man who shot at him or those who were aiming at him have been caught by the cops yet or not. In this video from a distance, we also see a cop who may have been there when this happened. But who was the man who shot in the air? And who targeted Sudhir Suri? Why was he attacked? Was it some sort of personal enmity? Or was it a political revenge? We don't know. All these questions we are yet to get answers to. Multiple gunshots in the air. That is very, very visible through this footage. Amandeep is with me on the phone line. Amandeep, we are trying to make out as much as we can from the pictures, but what do we know so far? Sudhir Suri has been shot dead. This happened in broad daylight. This happened in Amritsar. Tell us all you know until now. All right, not too sure if we have Amandeep yet. We'll try and connect with him as soon as possible because he is gathering more information on what exactly has happened and the turn of events that led to the death of Shiv Sena leader Sudhir Suri. Very unfortunate because He has now been declared dead, and clearly he was fired upon. We see gunshots in the air, and Sudhir Suri, we know so far, belongs to the Uddhav camp. We don't know where this happened. Was it an office premises or was it a residential area? Who all was he surrounded with? And the picture certainly indicating that a cop was there. He was present at the site when this incident happened. The media also probably, because certain cameras are visible. But was he caught off guard? Did this just happen and people around are still trying to get a sense of what just happened? We're trying to get further details. Some media contingent visible in those shots, and people trying to get pictures of what just happened. Amandeep, I believe you're back with us. A lot that we can probably guess from these pictures, but what do we know for a fact? Rhythm is also live with us from the Bharat newsroom. Rhythm, what do we know?
Well, let's tell our viewers that the news and information we are getting in is that Shiv Sena leader has been shot dead in Amritsar. In the video that we are playing out, and we'll just go to in a short while, multiple gunshots had been fired on the Sena leader. He was attacked and shot dead in broad daylight. While we are going to wait for a confirmation to come in, as of now, we are putting out that we're being told his name is Sudhir Suri, but we are going to put this out by stating that we are still waiting for a proper confirmation. But a Shiv Sena leader has been shot dead in a protest in Amritsar, and the police are also seeing and treating this as a cold-blooded murder in broad daylight. As I'm trying to pick up from our reporters who are on site there as to what happened, it's being said 2 men allegedly on a bicycle opened fire near the home of another Punjab Shiv Sena leader on one place. The CCTV cameras outside the nearby house captured the attackers. But viewers, this is a developing story coming in where the Shiv Sena leader Sudhir Suri has been shot dead. And while we can confirm that it is him, we're also being told that he was shot dead in broad daylight. I also want our directors to once again play out only the voice in the video, because it clearly shows us that multiple gunshots were fired on Sudhir Suri. It is in broad daylight. The cops on the scene have said we are going to be treating this like a cold-blooded murderer. Right in broad daylight in Amritsar, there was a protest. We can also see the carpets that had been laid down, possibly for people to be protesting. That is when the Shiv Sena leader had been shot dead. There are people who are trying to come by to the area to see if he can be revived. We can see the visuals on our screen. But as we continue to stay with the story, once we're going to play out those visuals and we're going to make you hear the multiple gunshots that can be heard in that video. And viewers, my directors just played this out on a loop to show you how the Shiv Sena leader has been attacked and shot at in broad daylight. As we're also confirming right now, we've been told that his name is Sudhir Suri. He was sitting on a dharna. You can also see around him there are carpets on the floor where he's been shot, which clearly shows that there was going to be a dharna where he was shot dead in broad daylight. And we're also trying to get in more details about what's happened, where the police is now going to come out soon with a statement. They are treating this as a cold-blooded murderer. And the main point that needs to be seen here, this is happening in Amritsar in Punjab. Once again, it highlights what's being said by many seems to be a rising level of, deaths that are happening in broad daylight, gunshots that are being fired in Punjab, and this is showing the lawlessness that is there in Punjab, because once again we are seeing in a very short while another such incident coming from Punjab where lawlessness is being shown, shocking apathy where a Shiv Sena leader is shot dead in broad daylight. Sudhir Suri has been shot dead. He was sitting on a dharna. This clearly shows that even as the police is trying to grapple and say this is a cold-blooded murderer, the government in Punjab also needs to speak up on the lawlessness that is prevailing in Punjab, in Amritsar where this incident happened, and this clearly is going to be where we're trying to go and get more reactions. All right, there's also news that's coming in that 2 people have been detained for the attack on the Sena leader. And we're also getting in 2 detained. .30 pistol was used to kill Sudhir Suri. So the details that are coming in clearly showing the lawlessness in Punjab. And we are trying to get voices from Punjab here to get a sense of what's happened. Now our reporters who are on the ground are saying 2 people have been detained by the Punjab police for the murder of Sudhir Suri, shot dead in broad daylight. Let me go across to BJP leader RP Singh joining us on the phone line. Mr. Sardar RP Singh, we are clearly seeing growing lawlessness in the state of Punjab in Amritsar, where Sudhir Suri has been shot dead in broad daylight.
My concern is that this indicators of return of 80s, when militancy was at height and then militants used to run the state. And that's how the militancy in 80s started. They started picking up, doing targeted killing in Punjab, and specifically from one community. And that led to problem ultimately in Punjab. And we have been saying ongoingly that if that is the radicals or extremists are gaining ground in Punjab, and this killing of Mr. Suri, the Shiv Sena leader, has proven that.
Yes, and I also want to say, while we're going to Sardar RP Singh, try and see what's happening in the Punjab lawlessness that's increasing. The initial probe says .30 pistol was used by the attacker. There were attempts on his life earlier, also in October, in fact, and he's given interviews where he spoke that Canada-based Khalistani elements are trying to eliminate him. While we're going to only stick with the facts that we have present before us, the fact that there were 2 earlier, attacks on him clearly shows the lawlessness that's once again begun prevailing in Punjab.
Punjab, recently there have been a lot of gang wars which are happening, and the killing of Sidhu Moosewala thereafter openly being managed and spearheaded by people abroad and done by people here. And then the way that things are happening, now the killing of Mr. Suri shows that Punjab government is not in control. They are not in control of the situation. Neither the Punjab police is in control of the situation. Especially if a person was already under threat. And if he has been killed, it means like Sidhu Moosewala, who was also under threat. If people like Sidhu Moosewala and Suri have been killed, against whom the threat is quite open and known, it means that Punjab government is not in queue or in control of the situation.
All right, let me also, Sardar RP Singh, as I thank you for those statements. Lawlessness in Punjab, once again be seeing an initial probe that shows the .30 pistol was used by the attacker. Shiv Sena leader is killed in broad daylight, clearly shows the complete mayhem that Punjab is seeing. I also want to go across to President of the Shiv Sena Punjab Uddhav faction, Yograj Sharma, who's patched on the phone line. Mr. Sharma, once again in broad daylight, lawlessness seen in Punjab. In broad daylight, Shiv Sena leader is shot dead.
नमस्कार जी. हेलो नमस्कार जी. हेलो.
हाँ जी, नमस्ते सर. देख रहे हैं जी वापस एक बार फिर पंजाब में जो लॉलेसनेस है वो दिख रही है। शिवसेना के लीडर आज ब्रॉड डेलाइट में उनको मारा गया।
एक्चुअली मैम आपको मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि ये शिवसेना एक टकसाली नाम के एनजीओ जो मिस्टर सुधीर सूरी हैं, एक एनजीओ शिवसेना के नाम पे चलाते थे, शिवसेना टकसाली के नाम पे। तो बेसिकली तो पंजाब में जो आज
जी
मौजूदा समय में जो हालात हैं पंजाब में वो बिल्कुल सही नहीं है। हम काफी अरसे से कम 4-5 महीने से हम लगातार केंद्र की गवर्नमेंट को, स्टेट की गवर्नमेंट को बोल रहे हैं कि जो अमृतपाल नाम का एक व्यक्ति पंजाब में थोड़े दिनों से मतलब के पंजाब में आया है, उसकी वजह में वो काफी समुदायों के खिलाफ बोल रहा है। कभी हिंदू समुदाय के खिलाफ बोलता है, कभी क्रिश्चियन समुदाय के खिलाफ बोलता है। तो उसके लिए जो मौजूदा केंद्र की गवर्नमेंट है और जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट है उसके लिए वो कुछ भी नहीं, मतलब कोई एक्शन नहीं। अगर कोई हिंदू मेजोरिटी का कुछ लोग उनके खिलाफ बोलते हैं तो उनके खिलाफ 295A के तहत पर्चे दर्ज हो जाते हैं। परंतु अगर कोई सिख मेजोरिटी का, जैसे कोई खालिस्तानी नाम पे आज पंजाब में एक बहुत बड़ा षड्यंत्र चल रहा है। पंजाब में खून की 84 के तहत, जैसे 84 में हुआ था, उसी तर्ज के ऊपर खून की होली खेलने के लिए जो ISI पाकिस्तान की खुफिया एजेंसी है उसके इशारे पे ये लोग नाच रहे हैं। तो ना तो पंजाब में केंद्र की गवर्नमेंट कोई अपना इंटरफेयर कर रही है, ना स्टेट की गवर्नमेंट ने तो इनकी बागें खुली छोड़ी हुई हैं, चाहे किसी को भी कुछ कर दें। मतलब कि जहां तक भी आज तो पंजाब में ऐसे निहंग सिंगों के टोले बने हुए हैं, और अगर कोई बोलता है उनके घरों में जाके हमला करने का, अपने साथ जुटा के लोगों के घरों के अंदर चले जाते हैं। तो पंजाब के हालात बेसिकली बिल्कुल सही नहीं है, मेरा यही मानना है। हमने पहले भी काफी मांग की है कि पंजाब में जो जब से नई गवर्नमेंट बनी है तब से पंजाब में जो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की स्थिति है वो बिल्कुल खत्म है। मतलब कोई पूछने वाला नहीं है। ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे हम कहीं जंगल में रहते हैं, 24 घंटे कोई ना कोई डर रहता। तो मुझे लगता है जो छोटे मोटे NGO पंजाब में अच्छे काम कर रहे हैं वो इनकी नजर में है। ये पंजाब के हिंदुओं को पंजाब से भगाना चाहते हैं।
वेट करो, ये इन्नी गल का पता लग्या कि ਜਿਹੜੇ शिवसेना के आगू ने सुधीर सूरी उन्होंने दे गोली लगी है। सारा वेरीफाई कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा वेट करो। नहीं इस बारे कोई क्लीयर नहीं है, थोड़ा प्लीज वेट करो, तुहानू ब्रीफ कर दे।
बंदा फड़िया गया ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਾਰੀਆਂ ਗੋਲੀ ਜਿਹਨੇ
इस बारे ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ हाल ਦੀ घड़ी ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਆ, मौके ਦਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਜਾਇਜ਼ਾ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ, ਉਹਦੇ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ। ਥੋੜਾ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਵੇਟ ਕਰੋ।
ਸੂਰੀ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਪਏ ਸੀ ਸੂਰੀ ਇੱਥੇ?
मैं एक्चुअली बाहरों दूसरी जुरिस्डिक्शन जो है, मैं सारा असी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर करके आए हैं। थोड़ा वेट करो, तुहानू सब कुछ ब्रीफ करेंगे।
हालत की है असल
ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਐਗਜ਼ੈਕਟਲੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ, ਥੋੜਾ ਵੇਟ ਕਰੋ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਾ ਬਰੀਫ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ।
ਤੋੜ ਭੰਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਗੋਪਾਲ ਮੰਦਰ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ।
All right, as we are getting a reaction from the police that's coming in, the fact of the matter is that it continues to be a state in which lawlessness is being seen. The pictures on the screen show the Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann, who's currently campaigning in Gujarat. As the lawlessness in Punjab increases, the Punjab Chief Minister campaigns in Gujarat. He first comes to Delhi, gives some mere statements on the Delhi choking, and then he's on his way now to... He is currently in Gujarat campaigning. In the video, policemen are seen at the attack site and yet nothing happened. Now a reaction coming in on ANI from the Punjab police. But 2-3 questions that need to be answered today by the Punjab government about the growing sense of lawlessness and terror that is seen in the stage. Let me first tell you, viewers, as we stick with those pictures of the Punjab Chief Minister campaigning in Gujarat, lawlessness in Punjab is seen. There's complete mayhem that is seen in the state. The visuals show the car of possibly the Shiv Sena leader where the shots came in, and ANI and other agencies that are on the spot.
ਅਤੇ ਜਨਮ ਅਸ਼ਟਮੀ ਨੂੰ ਹਰ ਤਿਉਹਾਰ ਦੀਵਾਲੀ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਮਨਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ। ਉਹ ਮਸਲਾ ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਾਰ ਸਿਹਰੇ ਖੇਤਰੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਇਕੱਠੀਆਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਨੁੱਕਰ 'ਚ ਸੁੱਟ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ। ਦੇਵੀ ਦੇਵਤਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਕੋਈ ਪੁਰਾਣੀਆਂ ਫੋਟੋਆਂ ਕੋਈ ਨਵੀਆਂ ਲਿਆ ਕੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਲਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ, ਪੁਰਾਣੀਆਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੁੱਟ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ। ਉਹ 3-4 ਦਿਨ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਮੰਦਰ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਮੰਦਰ ਵਾਲਿਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਟੋਆਂ ਦੀ ਬੇਅਦਬੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ। ਹਿੰਦੂ ਦੇਵੀ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਠੇਸ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੀ ਹੈ। ਕੋਈ ਗਲਤ ਗੱਲ ਤੇ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਉਹਦੀ, ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਠੀਕ ਗੱਲ ਸੀ ਉਹਦੀ। ਅੱਜ ਉਹਨੇ ਧਰਨਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਾਲੇ ਤੱਕ ਇਹਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੁਕਾਉਂਦੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ।
ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਹਾਦਸਾ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ?
ਹਾਦਸਾ ਇਹ ਹੋਇਆ ਜੀ, ਇੱਥੋਂ ਗੱਡੀ 'ਚੋਂ ਉਤਰੇ 2 ਮੁੰਡੇ ਉਤਰੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਗੱਡੀ 'ਚੋਂ, ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਵੜ ਗਏ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਵੜ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ। ਬਾਹਰ ਨਿਕਲ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਲੋਜ਼ ਬਲੈਂਕ ਰੇਂਜ ਤੋਂ ਫਾਇਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਸਿਰਫ ਸੁਧੀਰ ਸੂਰੀ ਨੂੰ। ਉਹਦੇ 5 ਗੋਲੀਆਂ ਵੱਜੀਆਂ, ਉਹਦੀਆਂ ਮੋਢੇ ਤੇ ਵੱਜੀ, ਦਿਮਾਗ ਤੇ ਵੱਜੀ, 2 ਛਾਤੀ 'ਚ ਵੱਜੀਆਂ। ਬੰਦਾ ਮਰ ਗਿਆ ਹੋਣਾ ਉਸੇ ਵੇਲੇ, ਮਿੰਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਾ। ਬੰਦੇ ਭੱਜ ਗਏ ਉਹ ਗਲੀ ਦੇ ਮੋੜ ਤੇ, ਬਸੰਤ ਨਗਰ ਦੇ ਮੋੜ ਤੇ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਪਗੜੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਸੀਗੇ।
ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਲਾਅ ਐਂਡ ਆਰਡਰ ਦੀ ਸਥਿਤੀ ਸਮਝਦੇ?
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਲਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਡੀਐਸਪੀ ਖੜਾ ਹੈ, ਪੁਲਿਸ ਉੱਥੇ ਪੂਰੀ ਖੜੀ, ਚੁਕੰਨੀ ਸਭ ਉਰੇ ਪਰੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸਾਰੇ। ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਕੋਲ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਕਰਨਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਢੇਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ। ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ, ਐਡੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇਖੋ, ਇੰਨੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਖੜੀ ਹੈ। ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਗੋਲੀ ਚਲਾ ਰਿਹਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਗੋਲੀ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਪਈ ਹੈ। ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਕੰਮ ਹੈਗਾ? ਪੁਲਿਸ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਰਗਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਰੋਕਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ।
ਕੀ ਨਾਮ ਸਰ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ?
ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਅਜੇ ਸ਼ਰਮਾ।
सर आपका नाम?
All right, that's a very important witness reaction that's coming in from the state of Punjab. He's raising questions at the Punjab police. He says we were at the spot. We saw the 2 people, the 2 accused on a bike. They shot at the Shiv Sena leader in broad daylight and they went off. And then he says in Punjabi, why was no one able to stop them? The DCP or someone from the Punjab police was standing there. But why did the police not stop? Why did the police not see and anticipate there was a security threat? Remember, it's not the first time that the Shiv Sena leader has been threatened, especially in October last month. Also, he said there were 2 threats on him and now he's been shot dead. As the visuals come in, viewers, we can also see as multiple gunshots were heard. There was also police standing on the spot, but yet mayhem and lawlessness in the state continues. We are showing you pictures of the car. The main glass has been shattered into pieces in one part of the car. And as we continue staying with the story, we also tell you the Shiv Sena leader was attacked while he was on dharna. Sudhir Suri was sitting on dharna. We'll also tell you that the initial probe by the police that says it's a cold-blooded murder shows that their .30 pistols were used and 2 people have been detained. In the video that we were showing you, and we'll also go back to it, at least 3 policemen were seen in the video during the attack. So the eyewitness who was standing there, who said he's a doctor, he gave his name, we'll once again try and go across to him, has very clearly stated, I was standing here, the bikers came, they went into a street, but the police was also here. What was the police doing? And we also ask a question to Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann. You can campaign in Gujarat, but what are you going to do about the growing lawlessness and mayhem in the state as an attack on the Sena leader takes place he's shot dead in cold-blooded murder in broad daylight. We're also getting more shots that are coming in from ANI. We can see now police is at the spot. They'll possibly try and speak to some witnesses, but we can also see anger. Some witnesses on the screen angry with what happened. They're trying to ask questions. There are All right, let me also go across to a phone reaction that's been patched in, and we are seeing that there's a ruckus between the police and the people after the leader shot dead. Let's go across to a phone reaction coming in from Barinder Singh Dhillon of the Punjab Congress.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
All right, let me ask a question to Barinder Singh Dhillon of the Punjab Congress who joins us. Mr. Dhillon, we have seen Punjab police has been confronted. People are angry as a Shiv Sena leader is shot dead in the state of Punjab. The Punjab Chief Minister is campaigning in Gujarat, not the first to the second death, which shows the lawlessness in the state, but a growing sense of fear and lawlessness in Punjab being seen.
See, more than lawlessness, it's the absolute loss of control of Bhagwant Mann over the administration. He is not at all bothered about what is happening as far as the law and order situation is concerned in Punjab. All he is doing is busy campaigning in Gujarat. His ministers are not here. No one is there at least bothered about the situation in Punjab. They are letting these fringe elements run around free. They don't have any clue how to control them. People don't have elected them, but after the Sidhu Moosewala's murder and a spate of murders across Punjab, this is not the first murder. Sidhu Moosewala's murder was a very highlighted murder, but after that also there has been a lot of murders in broad daylight. And the way this guy has been shot dead, though he also was kind of a fringe element, but this is not the way, the justice has to be there. The Bhagwant Mann's absolute silence and Bhagwant Mann's absolute loss of control over the administration, all they are busy at this point of time is electioning in Gujarat, and Punjab has been left to be slaughtered like this. It is a sad state of affairs. It is
कुछ नहीं कह रहे वो कोई कह रहे कमाई नहीं खाते मंदिर की मंदिर की कमाई नहीं ले जाओ
And more videos are emerging of the Amritsar attack. The video shows the confrontation before as to what was happening before he was shot dead. We're also seeing a ruckus between the police and the people after the leader is shot. Viewers, first let me tell you the fact. Shiv Sena leader Sudhir Suri has been shot dead in broad daylight in Amritsar. He was sitting on a dharna. 2 people have been detained. This is all happening where lawlessness and mayhem is increasing in the state of Punjab and being clearly seen again where people are asking the Punjab Chief Minister where he is. Well, just moments before the attack, what was happening is also being shown. The Punjab Chief Minister also needs to answer as to the growing lawlessness at a time when he's campaigning in the state of Gujarat. Police were present during the attack is what is also being shown in this visual that we are putting out on our screen. Just moments before the attack, if you can see, there are 3 policemen who are currently standing there and they were seeing what's happening. Sudhir Suri on the phone call there just before he was shot dead, and that's the question that the eyewitnesses on the spot, there was also a doctor there who said when the police were on the spot, why did they not anticipate this? Why were they not vigilant? Why did they let the 2 bikers who were there immediately rush off? What action was being taken by the Punjab police? And now the shot showing how he was shot dead. The police were present during the attack, and also a question on the Punjab police. We'll also try and go across to reactions, but we are showing on our screen moments before the attack where they were sitting on a dharna and we can see the presence of 3 policemen there, and post the attack, the ruckus, after which we see a protest, a breakout, a chaos breakout between the eyewitnesses there and the police. The police is saying they're trying to investigate. The police says that 2 people have been detained, but the police also not clear about what happened. They're saying, wait for a moment, we will brief all. But this is yet another picture of the mayhem in the state of Punjab, and we're also going to try and get across several reactions from the state to get more details about what's happened. I'll also go across to the phone reactions that have been lined up right now from the state, but the 2 people have been detained by the police for the murder. .30 pistol was used to kill Sudhir Suri. Like we told you, there were earlier also attacks on him in October. 2 attempts on his life were made in October alone, and he is shot dead there. It's cold-blooded murder. The police is on the spot, but they're standing in the video on the sidelines, not really doing anything. The visuals of the car also show how the glass at the back is being completely shattered. .30 pistols used. Shiv Sena leader shot dead at Amritsar in broad daylight. Before the attack, the visuals that emerge clearly show the presence of the police that was present there during the attack. It can't get more shocking than this, that the police who were present at the very attack site were unable to speak. Let me also go across, viewers. Several people want to speak up here, and I want to go across to reactions that are coming in right now. We have with us Arshdeep Singh Clare, SAD spokesperson, who's now patched with our Shiromani Akali Dal spokesperson. Mr. Clare, we see the shots. We see the videos on the screen that show the police presence, 1. Second, this is also a very clear picture and indication of the growing lawlessness in the state of Punjab.
Punjab nowadays is paying the price for electing an immature chief minister and an immature government. And we have seen this is not the only incident from the last couple of 6-7 months. There are different incidents. One incident was a rocket launcher was fired at the police headquarters, Sidhu Moosewala's murder. And then many players have been murdered on the Kabaddi ground itself. And today what happened in Amritsar? The Punjab is facing a situation where a border state like Punjab has totally gone into the hands of some gangsters and anti-national and anti-social people. So what Mr. Maan is doing on your channel, I asked the explanation for the government that how will this end? Mr. Maan is busy in campaigning in Gujarat and Himachal for Arvind Kejriwal, and his own state is suffering such black days. So what the Aam Aadmi Party has to say about it, it is complete failure of the Home Minister, Bhagwant Maan.
Yes, and I also want to ask you the most shocking thing that's coming here, Mr. Dhillon, that there was presence of the police there.
No, as earlier I have said that when the police headquarters itself is under attack, when Sidhu Moosewala's security withdrawn and published and he got murdered, when the Kabaddi players are being murdered on the playgrounds, and what happened in Patiala where the 2 sections were just brought, to a picture where they had a clash in between them. So this is the total failure of the Maan government, total failure of the administration, total failure of the Home Department, the police. So Mr. Maan, who is the Chief Minister of Punjab and the Home Minister, he has to answer this.
And other than answering, what is also seen clearly, Mr. Dhillon, is that videos show the attack on the police that was present. Eyewitnesses who have been spoken to say the police were standing here. Why were they not able to take action? In fact, in the videos that have emerged, there are 3 police officials who were present at the dharna site where an attack takes place in broad daylight, and 2 people are now detained, but they were unable to do anything.
This is specifically I am saying that the police administration is failing in Punjab, and the police needs to answer for this. And who is answerable? The Chief Minister, who has the Home Department. And if it is the failure of the police, if it is the failure of the department, it is the failure of Chief Minister himself. He should come up and explain that why Punjab is facing such incidents. That is not the only incident that happened in Amritsar today. There are a number of incidents, one after the other, since Mr. Maan has taken over Punjab.
Absolutely. Growing lawlessness. The videos show the attack in the police presence. And all this happening when Bhagwat Mann is in Gujarat campaigning. The attack takes place in the police presence. Viewers, before the attack, we can see the police presence there. After the attack, we can see that there's mayhem, lawlessness, all the politicians coming forward and speaking about how in a border state, sensitive border state, this government should take more precautions. It's an insensitive government. Congress Punjab leader just spoke about it. There's also a pre-attack confrontation that can be seen on the screen, which shows that before the attack there were 3 policemen present.
All right, viewers, we're getting those visuals for you where it's a shocking update from the state of Punjab. Shiv Sena leader Sudhir Suri has been shot at in broad daylight in Amritsar, and he could not survive that attack. Now, the shooting took place outside a temple when Shiv Sena leaders were protesting, and someone from the crowd shot Suri. So we're getting these updates right now. 2 people have been detained. A .30 pistol was used in the attack. These are some of the details we're getting. Of course, we're getting many reactions coming in and voices coming in as well. Yogaraj Sharma, the president of Shiv Sena Punjab, spoke to Republic and said that ever since the new government has taken over, the law and order in Punjab has completely collapsed. We're getting some more voices right now on this tragic update. Sukhjinder Randhawa, former Home Minister, Punjab Congress, is with us. Thank you for joining us. Now, this is, of course, something that is raising a lot of concern when it comes to the law and order situation.
कि पहली बात तो कल प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब पंजाब की विजिट है उनकी और अमृतसर डिस्ट्रिक्ट की विजिट है। आज ये इंसिडेंट हो जाना बहुत बड़ी एक लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की फेलियर है। जहाँ प्राइम मिनिस्टर का आना होता है, पहले इंटेलिजेंस पूरे इंडिया का वहाँ सिस्टम वहाँ बैठा रहता है, तो उनके प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब के आने से पहले ये इंसिडेंट हो जाना ये और भी फेलियर है इंटेलिजेंस का और लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का। देखिए, पंजाब में जब से ये सरकार बनी है, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की जो सिचुएशन है डे बाय डे वर्जन हो रही है और डिटेरियोरेटेड हो रही है, और कहीं भी गुंडे जो भी करना चाहते हैं डे लाइट वो गुंडाइज्म चल रहा है।
Right. And this what we saw right now reminds us of what happened on May 29th when Sidhu Moosewala was killed in broad daylight.
Every day और every minute लोग जो हैं वो डरे हुए हैं कि चीफ मिनिस्टर का अभी तक जो मूसेवाला और जो और इंसिडेंट हुए जो पंजाब में वो खालिस्तान की बात चल रही है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब कभी खुलकर सामने नहीं आए। ओपनली उन्होंने कभी खालिस्तान की डिमांड को डिसोन नहीं किया और कभी नहीं कहा कि हम ये बिल्कुल नहीं उठने देंगे। 3-4 दिन का आपने पीछे देखा होगा जो पंजाब में चल रहा है, जो पंजाब में बातें कर रहे हैं कि जो गुरपतवंत बात करेगा, जो SFG का है, हम उसको सपोर्ट करते हैं। इन बातों को ये देश को इसके बारे में सोचना पड़ेगा। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को भी इस तरफ ध्यान देना पड़ेगा कि पंजाब एक ऐसी स्टेट है जो पाकिस्तान नेबर स्टेट है। पाकिस्तान कभी नहीं चाहेगा कि पंजाब पीसफुल रहे।
All right. Thank you, Sukhjinder Randhawa, former Punjab Home Minister, for joining us here. Now, we are getting many reactions. A lot of people were present when this terrible, shocking tragedy took place. Let's have a listen into the eyewitnesses. All right, just before we go for those eyewitness accounts and show them to our viewers, I'm being joined right now by N.K. Sharma, SAD from the Shiromani Akali Dal. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Sharma, right now. And, you know, when we are seeing these visuals on a screen, the police were present during the attack, raising many questions about the lawlessness in the state of Punjab. Mr. Sharma.
ये हमारी पार्टी को तो पहले से ही इंट्यूशन थी कि ऐसा पंजाब में हो सकता है। पिछले 9 महीने से आप देखो ना, पंजाब की पूरी गवर्नमेंट कभी हिमाचल में, कभी हरियाणा में, कभी गुजरात में, और पंजाब का पैसा वहाँ पे स्पेंड कर रही है। पंजाब के हेलीकॉप्टर्स वहाँ पे जा रहे हैं, पंजाब के जहाज वहाँ पे जा रहे हैं, ऐड पंजाब की लग रही है और पूरी पंजाब गवर्नमेंट बाहर बैठी है। और पंजाब के अंदर आप कह सकते हैं कम्प्लीटली लॉलेसनेस यहाँ पे प्रवेल कर रही है। सिद्धू मूसेवाला जी का कत्ल हुआ और आप यहाँ पे देखो कि जो गैंगस्टर हैं जेलों में बैठ के अपना जो कंट्रोल है कर रहे हैं और दिन दिहाड़े व्यापारियों से एक्सटॉर्शन मनी की डिमांड की जा रही थी। और आप देखो कि जो सिद्धू मूसेवाला के कातिल हैं दीपक, उनकी गर्लफ्रेंड को मिलाने के लिए पुलिस उसको घर पे लेके के जाती है और वो भाग जाता है। और यहाँ पे आप देखो कि टेररिज्म भी रहा, सब कुछ रहा। यहाँ पे कभी भी जो भाईचारक साझ थी ना वो खत्म नहीं हुई। अमन शांति और भाईचारक साझ हमारी सरकार का शुरू से एजेंडा रहा और हमारी सरकार में ऐसा हुआ। लेकिन अब ये सरकार जान के, क्योंकि इनकी कोई डेवलपमेंट या कोई क्रेडिबिलिटी तो है नहीं, लोगों को इनसिक्योरिटी क्रिएट करके ये पंजाब में राज जो है करना चाहते हैं। कभी हिंदू को सिख के साथ लड़ा दिया, सिख को मुस्लिम के साथ लड़ा दिया। और ऐसी इंट्यूशन पहले ही थी जब केजरीवाल की मौत यहाँ पे मोगा में किसी टेररिस्ट के घर में आके रुके थे, मोहाली में मीटिंग करके गए थे। खालिस्तानियों भी, जैसे मैंने टीवी पे देखा कि खालिस्तानी जो संगठन है इनको फंडिंग उन्होंने की थी। सो जब ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशनें जिनको फंडिंग करती हैं, सो नेचुरल है वो फिर खुला नाच पंजाब में करेंगी। सो ये बहुत बुरी हालत है, सख्त शब्दों में हम निखेधी भी करते हैं। और मैं कहीं ना कहीं सोचता हूँ कि इंटेलिजेंस का और आईबी का भी फेलियर कह सकते हैं, क्योंकि कल प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने अमृतसर में आना है। जहाँ पे प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब आते हैं वहाँ पे पूरी स्टेट की इंटेलिजेंस जो है ना उस शहर में लगी होती है और इवन आईबी भी वहाँ पे जो है डिप्यूटेड होती है। क्योंकि प्राइम मिनिस्टर आप देखो ना, देश से एक ही वो व्यक्ति हैं जो हाई सेफ्टी सिक्योरिटी जिनकी होनी चाहिए, और उनके आने से एक दिन पहले सरेआम मर्डर होना ये किस बात की और इशारा करता है। बॉर्डर स्टेट है हमारी, साथ में पाकिस्तान है, आपको पता है कितने माड़े हालात पंजाब ने देखे हैं। सो ये सरकार उस तरफ पंजाब को लेके जा रही है। तो इमीडिएटली एक्शन मैं तो कहता हूँ कि सबसे पहले तो भगवंत मान जी को इस्तीफा देना चाहिए। और केजरीवाल जी जो बाहर जाके बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते हैं, कहते थे पंजाब में नशे बंद कर देंगे, करप्शन बंद कर देंगे, आज पंजाब की बहुत बुरी हालत होगी। पंजाब की इकोनॉमी खत्म होती जा रही है। अब देखो ना, बाकी स्टेट 18% इंक्रीज हुई है, हमारी डिक्रीज हुई है इकोनॉमी। कोई डेवलपमेंट नहीं, कोई कुछ नहीं है, लॉलेसनेस है। जेलों में बैठ के गैंगस्टर नशे बेच रहे हैं, गैंगस्टर सरेआम जो है गोलियां मार के मारा जा रहा है। और बड़ी बात यह है कि यहाँ का व्यापारी जो बहुत इंसिक्योर है, सबको पता नहीं क्योंकि वो थाना ही नहीं जाता। उन यहाँ जीरकपुर में पीछे एक गैंगस्टर पकड़ा था जो 35 होटलों से हर महीने एक्सटॉर्शन मनी लेता था, उसने कबूल किया है। तो ये हालत है पंजाब में। हेलो
मिस्टर शर्मा, यू नो what the eyewitness has said, eyewitness ने क्या बोला है कि the police वहां पे खड़ी थी, the police was standing numb and watching. Now this is very, very shocking, Mr. Sharma, and this really talks about that why they did not act. The question is, why didn't the police act? And the visuals, before I go to Mr. Sharma, जो हमारे स्क्रीन में चल रहा है visuals, the viewers can watch the visual as well, Mr. Sharma, about how the police is just standing there, they're numb and they're not moving at all.
आप समझने की कोशिश करो, पुलिस वही करेगी जो सरकार की इंटेंशन होगी। अगर कोई इंटेंशनली पंजाब को बर्बाद कर देना चाहता है तो फिर पुलिस क्या करेगी? पुलिस को जो डायरेक्शन देगी वही काम होगा, और डायरेक्शन वही होती है जो इलेक्शनों से पहले सपोर्ट करते हैं, बाद में फिर वो अपना काम तो करेंगे ना। सो पुलिस तो सरकार की डायरेक्शन पे मम बन के खड़ी है, कोई कार्रवाई नहीं करती। इसीलिए आज पंजाब के हालात खराब हो रहे हैं। मैं तो कहता हूँ ये सरकार तोड़ के यहाँ पे गवर्नर राज करना चाहिए पंजाब में। हालात बहुत माड़े हो चुके हैं।
Mr. Sharma, of course, now we have to get to the bottom of it and understand कि who is behind this attack. But according to you, आपके हिसाब ये destabilizing elements कौन है जो who are getting into these kind of situation which makes the life of civilians, even a Shiv Sena leader, putting them in such dangerous situations that even that in this time he has lost his life.
Actually, कुछ लोग हैं जो पंजाब की शांति को भंग करना चाहते हैं। यहाँ पे जो जैसे दिल्ली में 1984 में कत्लेआम हुआ ना, यहाँ पे कुछ कोशिश कर रहे हैं ऐसे दंगे हों, लेकिन पंजाब के बड़े शांति प्रिय लोग हैं। यहाँ पे सर्वदा शांति भी बनी रही, भाईचारे की शांति भी बनी रही। लेकिन जब ये सरकारें और एजेंसियां इन्वॉल्व हो जाएं, ये सारा कुछ डिस्टर्ब कर।
NK Sharma, please hold on. Please wait for a moment. I'm also being joined by Sardar Pratap Singh Bajwa, leader of the opposition. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Bajwa. And these visuals our viewers are watching, and this is what I was asking NK Sharma as well. Why is the police not moving? Why are they just standing there? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. At least 3 policemen can be seen there not moving when a Shiv Sena leader has been attacked in broad daylight. How would you react to this?
Hello? Yes. What is it? Hello?
Mr. Bajwa,
Hello?
the big question is,
yes.
Mr. Bajwa जी, अगर आप मेरी आवाज सुन सकते हैं, हमारे स्क्रीन में वीडियो चल रहा है, पुलिस खड़ी हुई है, the police is watching, they're sitting and watching, they're not even rushing towards Shiv Sena leader over there after he was attacked in broad daylight. What do you think this says about the lawlessness happening there in the state?
See, ma'am, the thing is, I've just heard a couple of minutes earlier what has happened in Amritsar. So, but this is a daily routine in Punjab. See, since this new government has come in, every single day there are various dacoities, murders, kidnappings, ransom calls. All this has become a daily affair in Punjab. Punjab was never as such. It's a complete failure of chain of command. The basic problem in Punjab is we have a CM who is just a Makhota CM. Basically, just the face, but it's run from Delhi by Kejriwal. So that the chain of command is missing. Number 2, just see, only yesterday they had done a...
जो भी दोषी है गए सारे ते कार्रवाई करा। सुधीर सूरी ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੰਦਰ ਤੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਐਜੀਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੂੜਾ ਫੈਂਕਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਇਹ ਸ਼ਖਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਏ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਨ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੂਟ ਕਰਿਆ ਹੈ। ਕੀ ਨਾਂ ਕੀ ਸ਼ਖਸ ਸਰ ਕੌਣ ਹਲੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਡਿਟੇਲਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹਲੇ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਪਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਲਾਅ ਐਂਡ ਆਰਡਰ ਚ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਹੈਗੇ। ਇਸ ਘਟਨਾ ਦਾ ਕਿਸ ਅੱਤਵਾਦੀ ਘਟਨਾ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਜੀ? ਮੈਂ ਹੀ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਨਾ ਹਲੇ 2 ਪ੍ਰੀਲਿਮਿਨਰੀ ਹੈ ਹਲੇ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ। ਅਕਿਊਜ਼ਡ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਰੰਤ ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ, ਵੈਪਨ ਵੀ ਰਿਕਵਰ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ।
ਸਰ ਉਹ ਕੱਲਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ
ਉੱਥੇ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਸਪੌਟ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲਾ ਹੀ ਸੀਗਾ।
ਕਿਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ ਸਰ, ਬਾਈਕ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ?
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਡਿਟੇਲਸ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ, ਇਸ ਲਈ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਰੰਤ ਦੱਸਦੀਆਂ। ਬਾਕੀ ਜੋ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰੈਸ ਕਰੇਗੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ। ਵੈਪਨ ਵੀ ਰਿਕਵਰ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਹੈ।
ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਗੋਲੀਆਂ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ?
ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਆਫੀਸਰਸ ਉਤੋਂ ਹਾਲੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲੀ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਜੋ ਫਰਦਰ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਮਲਟੀਪਲ ਸ਼ਾਟਸ ਫਾਇਰ ਹੋਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਵੈਪਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਅਕਿਊਜ਼ ਦਾ
ਮਲਟੀਪਲ ਸ਼ਾਟਸ ਵਰ ਫਾਇਰਡ।
ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਸਫੀਸ਼ੀਐਂਟ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੀਗੇ।
ਸਰ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਧਮਕੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ ਸੀ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਿਕਿਉਰਿਟੀ
ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ
ਸਫੀਸ਼ੀਐਂਟ ਵੈਪਨ
ਹਾਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹਦੀਆਂ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰੈਸ ਕਰੇਗੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਗੱਲ ਜੋ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਪੀਲ ਵੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਅਕਿਊਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਪਕੜਨਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਤੁਰੰਤ ਹੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਕੜ ਲਿਆ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੈਪਨ ਉਹ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ
is the main information that I wanted to share with you. The weapon has also been recovered and accused have also been arrested.
ਹੋਣਗੇ ਉਸ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਅੱਗੇ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਏਗੀ। ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ
Later the investigation will take its own course.
ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਦੀ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਨੂੰ ਅਪੀਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਲਈ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਬਣਾਏ ਰੱਖਣ।
To the people of Amritsar to maintain peace and calm.
ਆਪਾਂ ਯਾਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਵਾਈਟ ਹੋਣਾ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ।
All right, a press briefing has happened by the police and couple of points being raised there, viewers. We are getting a couple of points here, very important points. He said the accused was arrested immediately. Multiple shots were fired. Further investigation underway. But viewers, the big question we are asking is that even though police were there at the spot, why did they not react? Those visuals on the screen which will play out as well, that the police can be seen before the attack. You can see at least 3 policemen sitting and standing near the Shiv leader on the right side. After the attack, the policemen are just standing there. They're not even rushing towards the Shiv leader who was attacked. Sudhir Suri, he's been shot on the right side after attack. Policemen not even reacting to that. The big question is that what is happening to the law and order situation there in the state of Punjab. The police saying that multiple shots were fired, and they also saying the accused has been arrested. Many reactions also coming in right now. We had spoken to Yugraj Sharma, president of the Shiv Sena Punjab, and he said, speaking to Republic TV, that ever since the new government has taken over, the law and order in Punjab has completely collapsed. Republic has accessed multiple videos of that incident, the tragic incident which has taken place before the attack, when the protesting Shiv Sena leaders, including Suri, was seen having an argument with the local police as they were being stopped from sitting on dharna. So he was on dharna, the Shiv Sena leader who was attacked was on dharna, and after that there was an attack on him. Multiple shots were fired on him, we know that, and the police is saying that accused has been arrested. But again, the big question we are asking right on Republic TV is that why did not the police which are present at the spot react after that incident? Why were they standing there numb? In fact, the eyewitnesses have said this exact thing. Eyewitnesses have said that 2 people came out from the car. Out of those, 1 person shot him from close blank range. Many details coming out right now, viewers. Let's take a very short break right now. We will be back and we will tell you more details as this terrible tragedy, a shocking update has come where a Shiv Sena leader Sudhir Suri was shot at in broad daylight in Amritsar. Stay tuned.
It's raring for adventure. A fierce hunter. The new breed rises above all others. A new breed of SUVs, the advanced Grand Vitara, rule every road.
A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army in Poonch of J&K after soldiers posted in the region observed movement from across the line of control. One terrorist was shot at with weapons and ammunition was recovered from the site of the incident after the operations. Chairman of the UP Madrasa Education Board, while speaking on the Madrasa report to be submitted on 15th of November, stated that all the fieldwork had been completed in connection with the survey and that there were at least 16,500 legal madrasas in UP. Karnataka BJP leader Renukacharya's nephew was found dead in a car that fell into a canal after he was missing since Sunday. The nephew's body was found near a canal near the Hunali taluk of Devanagari in Karnataka. And a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country and the globe. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has alleged that the current Prime Minister, Interior Minister as well as an Army General were responsible for what has been referred to as a failed assassination bid on Imran Khan. Protests broke out in Pakistan's city of Karachi following the alleged assassination attempt on the PTI leader and former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan that further led to the death of one of his supporters. TMC and the BJP clashed in front of the Central Minister of State Nitish Pramanik's convoy near Setai in the Cooch Behar district in West Bengal. And high-octane drama that was seen as Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's rally happened in Himachal's Solan, where protesters gathered at a roadshow of the AAP convener, leading the police to lathi charge and disperse them. Some protesters were further taken into preventive custody. A case has also been registered at a school in Guna in Madhya Pradesh over school authorities allegedly punishing a student for shouting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The complaint has also been raised by student's father, who was made to sit on the ground for 2 subject periods for raising the slogan. A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army in Poonch of J&K after soldiers posted in the region observed movement from across the line of control. One terrorist was shot at with weapons and ammunition was recovered from the site of the incident after the operations. Chairman of the UP Madrasa Education Board, while speaking on the Madrasa report to be submitted on 15th of November, stated that all the fieldwork had been completed in connection with the survey and that there were at least 16,500 legal madrasas in UP. Karnataka BJP leader Renukacharya's nephew was found dead in a car that fell into a canal.
देखिए, जब पार्टी ने शानदार काम किया, बहुत सारी उपलब्धियां थी, तो निश्चित तौर पर बहुत सारे कार्यकर्ताओं की इच्छा भी की होगी। लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जिसको माना कि ये चुनाव जीत सकता है, सभी से चर्चा करने के बाद तय किया, जिसके पास ये कमल का चुनाव चिन्ह है वही भारतीय जनता पार्टी का उम्मीदवार है। बाकियों के खिलाफ कड़ी कार्रवाई की गई है, 6 साल के लिए निष्कासित किया गया है, कईयों को प्राइमरी सदस्यता से निकाला गया है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने बागी उम्मीदवारों के खिलाफ कड़ी कार्रवाई की है और आगे भी करेंगे।
अनुराग सर, ओपीएस को लेकर कांग्रेस काफी खुशी के मूड में है। केंद्रीय नेतृत्व भाजपा का किस नजर से देखता है?
हिमाचल प्रदेश एक ऐसा राज्य है जिसने बहुत उन्नति और विकास किया है। अगर आप राष्ट्रीय स्तर के मापदंडों पर देखेंगे और तुलना करेंगे तो राष्ट्रीय औसत से बहुत अच्छे हम शिक्षा, सड़क, स्वास्थ्य और बाकी मूलभूत सुविधाओं में हैं। जितने 70 साल में पानी के कनेक्शन लगे थे 7 लाख, हमने उससे ज़्यादा 8,30,000 से ज़्यादा लगाए। ये सरकारों ने भी और सरकारी कर्मचारियों और अधिकारियों ने भी शानदार काम किया, इसलिए हो पाया है। और समय समय पर हमारी सरकारों ने सरकारी अधिकारी कर्मचारियों के लिए बहुत सारे निर्णय भी किए और हम उनके योगदान को भी बहुत मानते हैं। वन ओल्ड एज पेंशन की जब हम बात करते हैं तो कांग्रेस से मेरा सवाल ये है कि 2004 में ऐसी क्या कांग्रेस की मजबूरी थी, कांग्रेस की सरकार थी जिन्होंने
QSMTHE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. yet another top ranking for Amity University.
And a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country and the globe. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has alleged that the current Prime Minister, Interior Minister as well as an Army General were responsible for what has been referred to as a failed assassination bid on Imran Khan. Protests broke out in Pakistan's city of Karachi following the alleged assassination attempt on the PTI leader and former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan that further led to the death of one of his supporters. TMC and the BJP clashed in front of the Central Minister of State Nitish Pramanik's convoy near Setai in West in the Cooch Behar district in West Bengal. And high-octane drama that was seen as Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's rally happened in Himachal's Solan, where protesters gathered at a roadshow of the AAP convener, leading the police to lathi charge and disperse them. Some protesters were further taken into preventive custody. A case has also been registered at a school in Guna in Madhya Pradesh over school authorities allegedly punishing a student for shouting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The complaint has also been raised by student's father, who was made to sit on the ground for 2 subject periods for raising the slogan. A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army in Poonch of J&K after soldiers posted in the region observed.
Viewers, getting some sensational details of the Amritsar murder plot. We're getting some details right now of that. Right there on your screens, viewers. There's a Khalistan terror angle which is emerging. A Khalistan terror angle also emerging in this case right now, viewers. Getting some back-to-back updates on this story. What we can tell you so far is that more details coming on. On October 23rd, 4 were arrested for the murder plot. 4 were arrested for the murder plot, viewers. And as a Khalistan terror angle emerges, the question we're also asking right now is what is happening in the state of Punjab? Why is there so much of lawlessness? Why is a law and order situation getting worse? And number 3, why did the police not react at all when the Shiv Sena leader was shot at in broad daylight? Getting multiple updates coming in right now, viewers, on this breaking development. And those are the visuals coming in as well. The visuals coming in as well of the details of the Amritsar murder plot. The four arrested for the murder plot. 4 arrested for the murder plot. These are the visuals coming in. And this is the year 2020. 2020, we're talking about the year 2020. 4 people were arrested earlier for a similar murder plot. Visuals there on your screen of those who were arrested for the murder plot, and it looks like that there have been multiple attempts being made in the past on the life of the Shiv Sena leader Suri, who has this time could not survive that attack. He has succumbed to his injuries. He was shot at point blank range. That's what the eyewitnesses are saying. And in the visuals after the attack, we saw that he had couple of policemen standing next to him who did not even react after that attack. On that note, we're taking a very, very short break. Much more coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.
And high-octane drama that was seen as Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's rally happened in Himachal's Solan, where protesters gathered at a roadshow of the AAP convener, leading the police to lathi charge and disperse them. Some protesters were further taken into preventive custody. A case has also been registered at a school in Guna in Madhya Pradesh over school authorities allegedly punishing a student for shouting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The complaint has also been raised by student's father, who was made to sit on the ground for 2 subject periods for raising the slogan. A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army in Poonch of J&K after soldiers posted in the region observed movement from across the line of control. One terrorist was shot at with weapons and ammunition was recovered from the site of the incident after the operations. Chairman of the UP Madrasa Education Board, while speaking on the Madrasa report to be submitted on 15th of November, stated that all the fieldwork had been completed in connection with the survey and that there was there were at least 16,500 legal madrasas in UP. Karnataka BJP leader Renukacharya's nephew was found dead in a car that fell into a canal after he was missing since Sunday. The nephew's body was found near a canal near the Honali taluk of Devanagari in Karnataka. And a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country and the globe. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has alleged that the current Prime Minister, Interior Minister as well as an Army General were responsible for
Viewers, we're continuing our rolling coverage right now of this terrible tragedy. A shocking update coming in where Sudhir Suri, a Shiv Sena leader, was shot at in broad daylight in Amritsar. A shooting took place outside a temple when the leaders of the Shiv Sena were protesting and someone from the crowd shot at Suri. All the visuals on your screen right now. While Bhagwan Mann is campaigning, this incident has transpired while he was avoiding Republic TV's questions on the pollution in the air. This is an incident which has just transpired a short while back. A terrible tragedy coming in from Punjab. We are getting you all the details. Time for a very short break. We continue to be live and breaking.
A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army in Poonch of J&K after soldiers posted in the region observed movement from across the line of control. One terrorist was shot at with weapons and ammunition was recovered from the site of the incident after the operations. Chairman of the UP Madrasa Education Board, while speaking on the Madrasa report to be submitted on 15th of November, stated that all the fieldwork had been completed in connection with the survey and that there were at least 16,500 legal madrasas in UP. Karnataka BJP leader Renukacharya's nephew was found dead in a car that fell into a canal after he was missing since Sunday. The nephew's body was found near a canal near the Honali taluk of Devanagari in Karnataka. And a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country and the globe. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has alleged that the current Prime Minister, Interior Minister as well as an Army General were responsible for what has been referred to as a failed assassination bid on Imran Khan. Protests broke out in Pakistan's city of Karachi following the alleged assassination attempt on the PTI leader and former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan that further led to the death of one of his supporters. TMC and the BJP clashed in front of the Central Minister.
All right, viewers, so this is a top story we are tracking right now where you can see the visuals right over there, where you can see that the moment that the Shiv Sena leader was shot at, you can see that visual, and you can also see that there were police present at the spot, but nobody has rushed towards him. Ideally, in a situation like this, it's the police who should rush toward when someone has been shot at. You can see the policemen. So many policemen are standing there. I can count at least 3 to 4 policemen at the spot. They were standing there, numb. They did not react. And now Sudhir Suri has been shot at and he could not survive that attack. On that note, let's take a short break. We will continue our live coverage.
And a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country and the globe. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has alleged that the current Prime Minister, Interior Minister as well as an Army General were responsible for what has been referred to as a failed assassination bid on Imran Khan. Protests broke out in Pakistan's city of Karachi following the alleged assassination attempt on the PTI leader and former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan that further led to the death of one of his supporters. TMC and the BJP clashed in front of the Central Minister of State Nitish Pramanik's convoy near Sitai in West in the Kuch Behar district in West Bengal. And high-octane drama that was seen as Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's rally happened in Himachal's Solan, where protesters gathered at a roadshow of the AAP convener, leading the police to lathi charge and disperse them. Some protesters were further taken into preventive custody. A case has also been registered at a school in Guna in Madhya Pradesh over school authorities allegedly punishing a student for shouting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The complaint has also been raised by student's father, who was made to sit on the ground for 2 subject periods for raising the slogan. A major infiltration attempt was foiled by the Indian Army in Poonch of JNK after soldiers posted in the region observed movement from across the line of control. One terrorist was shot at with weapons and ammunition was recovered from the site of the incident after the operations. Chairman of the UP Madrasa Education Board, while speaking on the Madrasa report to be submitted on 15th of November, stated that all the fieldwork had been completed in connection with the survey and that there were at least 16,500 legal madrasas in UP. Karnataka BJP leader Renukacharya's nephew was found dead in a car that fell into a canal after he was missing since Sunday. The nephew's body was found near a canal near the Hunali taluk of Devanagari in Karnataka. And a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country and the globe. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has alleged that the current Prime Minister, Interior Minister as well as an Army General were responsible for what has been referred to as a failed assassination bid on Imran Khan. Yet another cowardly attack in Jammu and Kashmir. 2 non-local labourers shot at in Anantnag.
BJP MLA MP Renukacharya's nephew has been found dead in a car that fell into a canal.
The former Congress Tumkuru MP has now been inducted into the BJP.
क्या कहना चाहेंगे सर, जिस तरह से पराली को लेकर बात
आज पराली के आज देखो ये कितना बदल
सर, देखिए कितना बड़ा मुद्दा है जो दिल्ली तक गया है।
मेरी बात सुनो, जब मैं पराली पे पीसी करूंगा तो फिर आ जाऊंगा नहीं, जब मैं ना ऐसा नहीं मैं नहीं
इतना बड़ा इशू
नहीं
2 मिनट तो दीजिए सर, पराली का इतना बड़ा इशू।
सर मैंने आपको बोल दिया मैं पीसी करूंगा, आपने आज खड़ा उधर।
It's a horrific incident captured on camera. Shiv Sena Neta Sudhir Suri is shot dead in broad daylight in Amritsar. There is no end to stubble burning. The Delhi AQI is dipping further. Citizens continue to choke. But the key question, what are our netas doing? The Aam Aadmi Party versus the BJP blame game continues. Citizens demand action now, but who will be accountable? Republic's unrelenting coverage leads to big action in the Morbi tragedy. The chief officer finally is suspended. The race for Gujarat intensifying. The Aam Aadmi Party picks Isudan Gadhvi as the chief ministerial candidate for the upcoming elections. And complete chaos ensues in Pakistan after a failed assassination attempt. Imran Khan has called for a mega showdown.
first up, let's quickly get you this breaking update that you're looking at on your screens. Is there a possible Khalistan link in the Shiv Sena leader murder? This, remember, is a story that just came to light about an hour ago, where you have the Shiv Sena Neta Sudhir Suri, who shot at in broad daylight in Amritsar. More details that are continuing to come in. Now let's quickly get in our colleague Abhishek for a quick perspective on this. Abhishek, what more can you tell us? And are the agencies reading a possible Khalistan link in the murder?
No, there is in fact a Khalistani link, a clear Khalistani link. The two who have been detained or arrested, Deepti, they belonged to the Khalistani syndicate active in Punjab. They have been facilitated by the Khalistani elements, not just within Punjab, but those across the border, and guiding these Khalistani forces. In fact, there is a video that was tweeted by the Shiv Sena leader Suri just about 4 days back, Deepti, and that's very significant because in this video he is being interviewed by somebody on YouTube, and in which he says that in the month of October alone he has been attacked twice. The police knows about it. In fact, the police, based on those incidents, arrested 2 people earlier, and the Khalistani link emerged. And he was attacked once in the month of September also, so 3 months before the final one in which he has been taken down. In the same video, Deepti, he takes the name of Harvinder Singh Rinda, who is a Khalistani based out of Pakistan, and he's taking he's a Khalistani based out of Canada, and he takes the name of another Khalistani. I'm not getting the name exactly. I have to switch on the video again, and that's based that second Khalistani is based out of Pakistan. So Pakistan and Canada links really emerging. If you look at the video, if you look at what the police has said, if you look at what police has done in connection with earlier 2 incidents of attack on Suri, and it makes it clear, Deepti, that Khalistani link of Suri murder becomes clear. Of course, the police would take its own time to investigate. They cannot, off the cuff say it till the time that they have material evidence, because they have to prove everything in a court of law. And that's why those cautious notes that we were hearing in the soundbite that was coming from the Punjab police officer. But remember, there are 2 elements to it. The Khalistani element, of course, the police would establish it. I think it should not be difficult, both because there is a video, also because in the earlier 2 episodes, the 2 arrested by police accepted the Khalistani link, or that they were being guided. Apart from that, of course, there is the political aspect, Deepti, and that's very significant. Why is the Punjab Chief Minister missing? Is he acting as a chauffeur, so to say, for Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal? Because Punjab has a state plane. That's why Mr. Bhagwant Mann comes to Delhi and then flies to Gujarat when Punjab is in fires, literally because of the stubble burning, and on the law and order front with these kind of murders. For the Punjab Chief Minister to be campaigning in Gujarat and being part of the campaign in Gujarat, because Arvind Kejriwal has to be there, and flying with the Punjab police, I beg your pardon, Punjab state plane becomes easier. So, I mean, that's the political aspect that we have to discuss all through the evening, Deepti.
Okay, Abhishek, what I wanted to ask you is that this makes it even more dangerous, because clearly there is a background, there is a backstory to this attack. And this attack happens in the presence of cops. I mean, this is something that is bizarre. It is unbelievable. Does this mean that the state, the police is complicit? They are working in cahoots with these elements?
Well, at least it can be said, Deepti, that there is a case of gross negligence, and not just that, in fact, lack of competence perhaps, because almost 5 or 6 policemen there as part of the bandobast, and it was a pre-announced protest that Suri with his men was carrying out. And in that situation, for the police to be standing as mute spectators, in fact, if you look at the body language in the video, the cops are themselves confused. They are not taking position. They are not really immediately running after, and they are just thinking what next to do, or perhaps, I don't know. I mean, so that's strictly going by the video and the pictures that we have. But having said that, obviously, the senior officers would be onto it, and the fact that they have quickly napped to Punjab police would be concerned that there should be no adverse fallout on the law and order situation front, and they would be, working in a direction that this case is solved in the earliest, and that all those protests that we are hearing are breaking out are contained. But having said that, Deepthi, as I said, there is a criminal aspect to the incident in which the police would investigate, and then there is the political aspect about the missing Punjab Chief Minister.
All right, so that is what the intel sources are telling Republic. Abhishek, only for the moment I'm thanking you, because it's important, I think, to deep dive into different aspects of that story. The story is not just about what's happened in Punjab today, it's also about stubble burning. That's an equally pressing issue in Delhi. But staying with the story, I want to tell our viewers what we know about the information coming in through the intel sources. They say on October the 23rd, the Punjab police arrested 4 accused. They were planning to kill Sudhir Suri. So there is clearly, a lot of backwork, a lot of homework that was done, recce was done. These were pro-Khalistani elements and Babbar Khalsa international leader Harvinder Rinda, who sent the youth to kill him. Rinda is an ISI-backed Khalistani terrorist sitting in Pakistan. So does this entire attack has links to Lahore? If it does, what have the agencies, what has the state establishment in Punjab been doing? I think those are very, very important questions that will be asked. On your screen, you're looking at more videos that have been accessed by Republic. This Neta of the Shiv Sena in Punjab is shot at in broad daylight. Broad daylight. And look very closely at this video. This is just moments after the attack. You do see a lot of police also around him, because he, remember, was a part of a protest that was happening there. And this is where the attackers strike. The attackers now have been nabbed, but a lot of important information that is now coming in through the agencies who say that there was possibly a Khalistani angle to this. I think we have more pictures also coming in of the attacker. Let's play that out. So that's the image that you see on your screens. We are given to understand that this is the alleged killer of the Shiv Sena leader. Now, he possibly could have links to the ISI, to the Khalistani elements, is what we are given to understand. The Shiv Sena leader actually had claimed a threat to his life. And as I said, on October the 23rd, you had the Punjab police that had arrested 4 accused who were planning to kill him. Pro-Khalistani elements and Babbar Khalsa international leader had sent this youth to kill him, is what we can confirm to you. Now, who is Rinda? Rinda is an ISI-backed Khalistani terrorist sitting in Pakistan. And where is the Chief Minister? The Chief Minister of the state of Punjab right now, along with his counterpart of Delhi, that is Arvind Kejriwal, is in Gujarat, and he is campaigning. He's campaigning because clearly you have an election ahead, and this is a state that the Aam Aadmi Party won handsomely just months ago. Look at the situation of law and order in the state of Punjab, whether that was the Sidhu Moosewala case to now this. Now this Neta of the Shiv Sena, remember, as I said, there are reports that there was a threat to his life. In spite of that, was his security not beefed up? What about those who should be accountable? We will keep asking those questions, as I quickly want to shift gears now to bring your focus to the other story this evening that Republic is tracking. And in fact, it's not a story. It is something that you and I all experience. I have a bad throat. I'm sitting in the Delhi studio of Republic. Along with me, I have an entire panel of guests here. Everyone believes that this is the time to fix accountability. Why is it that come November, every year without fail, you will undergo these symptoms, you will have netas who will continue to pass the buck, point fingers at each other, and then wait for the next November, and everything continues as usual. Srijan Pal Singh is the founder of the Kalam Center and CEO of the Homi Lab, who's joining us from our studios in Delhi. Barnali is an advocate. I also have Vivek Dikshit, who's a lawyer. I do see Yogita is also with us now, and I think we'll just have Bijon Mishra also up on our screens in just a bit. And on the bottom of your screen, viewers, I want to tell you that that's the number flashing where you, the viewer today, should speak up. It's important that you speak up, you make your voice heard. To your Chief Minister in Delhi, to your Chief Minister in the state of Punjab, both of whom right now are campaigning in the state of Gujarat. Let's quickly first get in reactions from our entire panel here. Srijan, who today is to be blamed for this? And you know, this is a question that has become so customary. Every November you will ask this question, we'll have debates, netas will fight, and nothing changes at all.
Absolutely. I think I've been hearing this for now almost a decade, that every November the AQI goes up, the air becomes severe, hazardous, and then the blame game begins. His error, their error, the parali burning error or the vehicular error. We come up with small time fixes and solutions to appear to be doing something, but really beneath that there's nothing really which is happening. If you go statistically, every year we lose almost 20% of life's deaths caused in Delhi and around are caused due to air pollution. Huge number. Every child in Delhi today is losing 8 years of lifespan. 8 years of lifespan. Every child is losing because of air pollution. What do we tell these netas? They have to tell the children of Delhi and around what is their answer. And we have to hold them accountable. So when the election comes, I want the the people who are going to vote, look at the pictures of today. Save them wherever you want. Look at them and then vote. Because we need to hold the people who are on the electoral ballot accountable for what they did. Because this blame game cannot continue. We are coming to the end of it, and the end is going to be very, very bad. We are about on the verge of gassing the national capital out.
But you know, Srijan, it breaks my heart to say this, that no matter what, no matter which political party will come to the fore, nothing changes. When it comes to this issue, they are all hand in gloves. उन्हें ये लगता है कि आज आप उनसे सवाल पूछेंगे, कल उनकी पोजीशन बदल जाएगी, तो it's all a fixed match. We have reactions, in fact, that have come in from the Aam Aadmi Party, that is Arvind Kejriwal. We have reactions from Bhagwant Mann. But before I play that, Barnali, there has to be someone accountable. You cannot go on as
there has to be some major changes that needs to take place today, because we can hardly breathe. It is our right to life which has been affected. And imagine the way everyone is suffering in Delhi because of this parali burning. I mean, everybody is suffering. So some steps have to be taken and major changes need to be seen.
Like what? Shut down schools?
No, shutting down schools is just temporary.
I mean, are these really steps that a chief minister should be taking, Vivek? Why don't you come in on this?
Yeah, Deepti, I think this, whatever my esteemed panelists have said till now is absolutely correct. But now here, the situation is that you have several alternatives with you. Now, one of the alternatives is, say for example, there is a implement called seeder, which actually takes out the stubble and puts the seed. Then there's various alternatives. You have the biodecomposition, that's another alternative. You cut them and transport them somewhere and use it in thermal plants, that's another alternative. Now, the situation is, and I don't want to make it political, sound political. Now, previous governments were also there in Punjab. Now, major pollution is coming from Punjab.
Right now,
the
yes.
satellite images show that major pollution is coming from Punjab. Of course, pollution is also coming from other states. So, if you have science available with you, and you have the solutions available with you, what is the government doing? Now, I don't want to sound political, but AAP government...
No, but I think what's the harm in sounding political? You have to. We elect our netas. They have to be accountable to us.
The AAP government has been showing its model of, education,
but that's the model.
And so on
that's
and so
the model. And why don't? I mean, I'll ask our producers before I go to Yogita. Why don't we put up those images that have come in from NASA talking of the farm fires with the kind of red, with the kind of intensity that you see of the fires, Yogita? It's not even funny. Today you have a chief minister who tells us हमें तो बहुत कम समय मिला है, 6 महीने मिले. Was he not aware that, come November, this issue will stare all of us? Till he was not the chief minister, till the AAP was not in power in Punjab, you had someone to blame.
But they will always have an excuse or the other ready, because now earlier they used to say Punjab is not with us. Now the Punjab is with them. Now they will have further excuses to give so that they have another state and another state. There is no dearth of their greed to come into power, but what are they performing? Okay, they are showing their education model. I don't know how convinced people are. Health model. What will you do? Hospitals are flooded with cases. you know, you and I are not well. I don't know, we have not checked with others. Mostly every second person is unwell because of this pollution. Who is responsible for the deaths of the, and the, you know, it is also giving anxiety, stress. Other than that, there are so many comorbidities after COVID, especially. People are dying out of heart attacks. Like, I've lost a couple of friends. So I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm speechless. Even if they can further excuse for this, this is like shamelessness. Complete shamelessness. I have no words to express. What will you educate the child when we are not alive? As he said, we are cutting down on lives. It is right to live. As Madam also mentioned, I mean, no words are enough. We are going on moon. We are talking about, you know, Indians are going global, becoming heads of Facebook and this and that. And we have IITians. They have solutions. They cannot access government offices. I can bet you that they want to do. I have met so many IITians. I have met so many capable people, you know, youngsters. They have